You should be good. Let's get it 2-2. All right. You're saying that I'm good, man. Let's make sure.
It's up.
I know it's late night. This is late night. I can admit that. It's late night, real late night, but we still going, you know.
Set it on fire.
OCO, free thinkers.
You don't come home from nights out. I will be kicking you out.
Set it on fire.
OCO, free thinkers.
Sauce going crazy.
You're now tuned into the realest historian on the planet. He's here to make you think. The best teacher you wished you had in school. Have your pens and paper handy and get ready to take notes. It's Dane Calloway.
Set it on fire.
Yeah. Hey.
It's up.
Again. I'm turning it up.
True life. Relax and take notes. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I just let him cook. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah. We warming up. Wait, stop. Let me make sure I got audio. Because I could have been doing all this and my mic was muted. Let me just double check. Is my mic good? Are we good, chat? OCO, y'all. How y'all doing? We loud and clear? Okay. You know, I'm just making sure. Because you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So who we got in the house today? Who out here late night today? Columbia, Missouri, what up? Mexico, Missouri, what up? Now I got the echo on purpose. The echo was on purpose. Jacksonville, Florida, what up? Duval, hey. Hey, music please. Texas, what up? Shot-town in the building. I heard your team going ham. St. Louis, Missouri. Columbus, Ohio. Kansas City. Phoenix, Sacramento, California. Texas in the building. Cleveland again. Miami in the building. What up, Arizona? What up, Indiana? What up, Boston? What up, Kentucky? St. Pete, Florida, what up? Y'all ready? Miami, Florida, what up? Richmond, Cali, what up? Chicago, what up? Cincinnati, Ohio, what's going on? New Jersey, what's up? Bay Area, I see you. Charleston, South Carolina. Marietta, Georgia. Macon, Georgia. What's up, y'all? North Dakota. Pittsburgh. Hey, Arizona. Detroit. Memphis, teen in the building. 410 B-More, what up, Baltimore? Send out the B-More in the building. Send out the VA in the building. What up, Virginia? Send out the Alabama in the building. I see you. DC in the building. Hold up. DC in the building. Hold up. What's good, DC? Nashville, Tennessee. Naptown in the building. What's good? Y'all good? Columbus, Georgia, South Memphis. What's good? North Carolina, DC in the building. South Central California in the building. What up, Deuce? What up, Deuce Desert? What up, Baltimore? Oklahoma, what's good? You sitting in a room full of Africans. Uh-oh. They better not be ganging up on you. Hey, New Orleans, what's good? Broward County, Florida, what's good? Dayton, Ohio in the building. Chicago in the building. Louisville, I appreciate that. Thank you for the love, Louisville. DC in the building, heavy. I'm so DC, it's my initials. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's, come on. Let me turn that down a little bit. I'm gonna keep it playing, but I'm gonna turn it down just a tad bit. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Arkansas in the building, Tennessee in the building. Shout out to the moderators and the administrators holding it down with them snipers. Don't be playing.
Set it on fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
I appreciate y'all for sure. New Orleans, what's good? Let me cut that echo off real quick. All right, let me switch that up real quick. Y'all know we gotta go to Resident Evil real quick. I'm trying to think of which one. Should I give him? Man, I need to be uploading a couple other joints too. But let me go to the classic. Let me go to the classic save room Resident Evil 2. Right? By the way, I'm probably gonna be live streaming Resident Evil 9 in February when it come out. I'ma just let y'all know right now. I'm just letting y'all know right now. That's my game, bro. Y'all know I'm a big Resident Evil fan. It's gonna be probably the day it come out. I'm definitely gonna be playing that game, bro. Ain't nobody stopping me. I'm playing that game. Man, look, man, beautiful evening. I know some of y'all was probably, getting your 4th or 5th plate today. Go ahead and lie. You was probably on your 4th, 5th, or 6th, or 7th plate today. You better not be lying. Don't come up in here lying. Y'all done probably had 3 or 4 plates day before yesterday. But now look. I want y'all to understand how I feel about that situation. Yes, we all know the history. I done went over it numerous times myself. We know what's going on. It was some traitors sitting down with the enemies. And you never want to have the devil at your dinner table, beside of your playground. So don't celebrate that. That's not called a celebration. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That was one particular tribe. Okay? That ain't got nothing to do with you. And if it do, you wasn't dead back then because you would have stopped them back then. Look, if you're a part of that tribe right now, you wasn't dead back then because you would have stopped them back then. When they say the Pilgrims and the Indians ate together, when they say Indians plural, that don't mean it was all of the tribes of Turtle Island here. Now, what I like to say is that we didn't have to, or we shouldn't have to celebrate any pagan holiday. All right. But what you should be celebrating is family togetherness. So I'm not going to take none of that from you. I know around these times, people, say, all right, let's get together as far as the family is concerned. And I'm all about that. I'm all about family. Family togetherness is what I'm about. I won't ever take that from you. You hear me? So if you got a chance to see your family and y'all be able to see each other maybe once or twice a year, that's beautiful. At least you got to see your family, because a lot of our ancestors are transcendent, you know what I mean? And they will enjoy that conversation with you. And you know how they do. The majority of the elders gonna talk a hole in your head. Sit there and take it. I had to sit there and take it, because in most cases, them elders and their family is giving you the history. If you don't want to hear your elders, why you over here? When I'm telling you to listen to your elders, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen. Okay, ain't that right? Ain't that right? Oh, man. So, this is what we gonna do tonight. But no, seriously, hold on. Before I even get into it, but seriously, it's all about family togetherness. I'm not gonna separate you guys from your family. I won't ever do that. I'm all about you learning about your history. But just know for a fact that you should not be celebrating pagan holidays. That ain't got nothing to do with you or your folk. These are foreigners coming over here who are our enemies, are trying to fit in. All right, and they got grouped in with certain people. All right, they got grouped in with certain people, and they allowed them to sit at the dinner table. Don't allow the devil to sit at your dinner table. Don't allow the devil to come into your house, to come into your territory, to take over your mindset, to tell you who you are, to tell you what your history is about, to tell you that you ain't got no culture, but yet they still are your culture. You understand what the fight is about? That same fight that was back then is happening right now. But the good thing about it is that times are changing. I'm gonna be playing some videos that was sent to me from a lot of you. And shout out to Blue Dreamer as well. She definitely sent some as well. And it's a lot of them, to be honest with you. It's various ones, because I gotta catch up, because I've been out for about, I've been out for a little minute. As far as me is concerned, I could tell you I personally, of course, in the past, my family was doing the family togetherness part and everything like that. But ever since we lost grandma, granddad, the family kind of sort of doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Grandma was the one that held us together. Granddaddy was the one to make sure everything was glued together. We're both transcended. You know what I mean? That's why I say cherish them family moments. Cherish them family moments while they still here. Give them big hugs and big kisses. Okay? So I'm just saying, but of course, I'm still with my family, which is my immediate family. I still, I love my children. I adore my children, man. I'm proud of them, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Real talk, right? I'm so proud of my son, Dane. Y'all know my 17-year-old, right, Dane? Nah, not Junior, the second, right? So Dane, I was teaching him something in the kitchen. I want him to make sure that when he get older and he need to become handyman of his household, with him and his wife and his churn, that he know what's gonna happen, right? So something was wrong with the kitchen sink. All right. I explained to him, listen, it's not stopped up. Just take a look at it, analyze it, and see what the problem is. Come back and tell me. He analyzed it. He thought that the sink was stopped up. I'm getting to a point. He thought that the sink was stopped up. And he was like, but I believe it's a stopper in there. But I said, all right, now don't put your hand in there. I want you to grab an instrument, like a wooden instrument, to go from the top. But before we do that, I want you to check the bottom, because he was trying to use the garbage disposal. And the garbage disposal was just humming, right? Now, some of y'all that know, I'm in the new house, okay? So that garbage disposal ain't about to be going out there quick, and I knew better, right? So I told him, get down in that sink, right? Unplug it. Replug it back up. Hit it again. Boom. It did the humming, right? Hold on, let me cut that music off real quick. Hold up. And it did the humming, right? So and then I said, all right, now I want you to check two things. I want you to check and see if there is a slot where you could put a little island star wrench in the joint, whatever it's gonna be called. I think it's a star wrench. And he was like, yeah, I see it. I said, all right, go grab the set. He went to go grab the set. He came back. I said, I want you to lock on the one that fit in there and start turning it and see if you hear anything. Like if you hear anything crunching. He was turning it. Now I don't hear nothing. No, it's still going. I said, is it moving smooth with no problem? He said, yeah. And keep in mind, I'm a little further away. I'm in the living room. I want him to just do it on his own, right? And then I told him, I said, all right, bet. All right, leave that alone. Now you're gonna feel up under there. You're gonna see a reset button, right? Yeah, I feel a reset button. All right, now push it in. He pushed the reset button, right? He said, okay, I did. I said, all right, now try it again. It was just humming, right? I said, all right, now go get a bucket. All the water that was stocked up in the sink, pour it in the bucket. So get, we gonna rewash them dishes anyway. So go get a pan that we barely use. Pick that water up and put it in the bucket. And then tell me what you see by utilizing a wooden instrument that hit the top of that flywheel. I explained to him what a flywheel was, right? He did it. He was like, nah, Dad, it's not going down there. It's supposed to be going down, but I swear it's something stopping me. There's like a stopper in there. I said, all right, that's why we putting the water out. So he take the water out, right? He took the water out. He looked down there. He used the wooden, it was like a wooden spoon that I got in there. And he said, yeah, it's stopping too early. And I said, without putting your hand down there, check and see. He fiddling around. He touched the top of it with his hand without putting it inside of the joint. He boom, pulled it out. He lifted it up and showed me. I said, so it was a stopper. The water went down. Look, not only did the water go down, the garbage disposal working, everything. He washed his hands. I said, I'm proud of you, son. You see what I'm saying? Even though it was something simple, I wanted him to go through the motions just in case. You'll never know. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know about the reset button. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know to use that Allen wrench to turn it. And I wanted him to go through that so he'll know when he have his own family and his wife looking at him for answers instead of calling a plumber that's going to run him like $400-500 just to come look. You know what I'm saying? He could be like, nah, honey, I got it. You know what I mean? Hey, man. So not only am I gonna drop a bomb for that whole situation, I'm gonna clap it up for Dane Calloway II. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my son, man. Working them kicks out. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, them children would appreciate that, man. Them children would appreciate that. If you are a handyman around the house and you are a handyman around a car, same thing. Teach them that too. Look, our young generation appreciates that. Even though you think they may not because of how times have changed, now they appreciate that a lot. That's another skill he got up under his belt. You know what I mean? Don't forget that. And then, because the women immediately, something wrong, call a plumber. You better put your plumber belt on. You got it. Because that plumber I'm telling you, y'all know, the plumbers hit heads just to come look and be finished in 5 minutes to say, well, we're going to charge you $450. Something so simple like that. And you know they're not going to tell you that over the phone. They going to come first. Not only are they charging you gas money, am I lying? So it's very important. That's why it's important to learn how to change a tire. You know what I mean? Learn the ins and outs of that engine. Like, what are you hearing? Like what does it sound like? Learn all that. I mean, just diagnose whatever the issue is. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man, I'm passing that down because I know for a fact that it would come in handy. He got them young ladies looking at him. You know what I mean? He up in that age now. He's 17 now. Don't forget, I got with Tanisha when I was 18 and we got together at 19. So he close. I told him don't do that. Okay. Just have your life now. Mine got locked down early. Don't do what I did. Enjoy your life, son. Enjoy your life. Cause here I am now. She ain't in my house. Okay? So it don't rush and hop and jump and skip and go to just because she pretty, fat ass, nice. No. And she intelligent and all that. Take your time. Take your time, bruh. Take your time. That don't mean you gotta rush and become a grown man when you still a young man trying to learn. I took my L's as lessons. That way he could know the lesson. You know what I mean? Before he even come up against that obstacle. And when he do, he could tell that girl, hey, look, I got my whole life ahead of me. I'm about to get my house, my car, set my goals. I'm trying to travel the world. I will think about a female by the time I'm 45. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, I said 45. I so did. Take your goddamn time, goddammit. Take your time. Now, he ain't got to wait that long. I'm just playing. But yeah, take your time. But anyway, I know they look good, but not everything that look good is good. You know what I mean? Am I lying? Can I get an amen? Nah, but look. All right, so tonight, I'm going to go over some things as far as the videos are concerned, what these folks are talking about, because today, this day and age, a lot of people are changing when it comes to our people, by the way. Let me make that small correction. I sure did say 45, sure did. Some of them gonna be mad. And by the way, I'm gonna be dating here in a second. I'm not talking about I'm gonna be up for grabs. Let me make that clear. I'm gonna pick and choose. I'm about to be real picky with women. I'm not playing. But anyway, that when I start opening up that, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say I'm opening up the door. I'm cracking open the window here in a second. You heard what I said? I'm gonna crack open the window. Not open up the door, crack open the window. I'm gonna take my goddamn time. I'm gonna look from across the street and analyze who I'm getting myself involved with. I'm taking my time this time. Because you gonna look good on the outside, but are you great in the inside? That's very important. Very important. That mindset is so key, especially nowadays. Man. Dane, do you want to get remarried? Ask me that way later. Do you want to have more children? Ask me that way later. Right now, Dane want to do Dane. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I done worked my ass off, bruh. I done worked my ass off. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy myself. That don't mean I'm about to turn into a hoe. But don't get the wrong idea, because it ain't gonna be none of that. I ain't jumping to the next thing coming. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like that. I'm gonna take my goddamn time, goddammit. So Joe, Copper Tone Chief, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I don't know why that just popped up. And now it's saying that you did it 12 minutes ago. I apologize. My notifications going slow on my side. And you said, peace to the tribe. Dane, stay on their head, brother. The info is needed and the people are awakening. That is absolutely correct. They sure are.
It's up.
Drop a bomb for the people. And that's what I want to showcase. I've been doing this for a while, like letting folks know, because people were asking me, well, Dane, is it more people talking like that, talking like us, doing what we doing? And I say, hell yeah. Not only are they in real life, but they definitely jumping on social media and talking about it. And shoot, here goes some video. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing now. A lot of people are sending me people's videos where they're having these discussions about their true heritage, about their true history, even about how they disassociate with themselves. Let me say it, I'm getting hyped. Even how they disassociate themselves with the terms Black and African American, because they understand that those are misnomers and those are labels that are working against them. Even though the Negro and the Indian are the same people, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we even Black, we still the same people, but we gotta know that there's a difference between us and them. And you gotta understand who us is in order for you to understand who they are. You gotta understand the reasoning. Leg Z the Great, thank you for the super chat. It said, hey Dane, Hey Dane, can I pay you to do a documentary on the Seminole tribe, please? Now like what you mean? Like documentary, or you talking about something like a video? But if you talking about a documentary, you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, email contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Email contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Now that's if you serious. If you talking about like a serious documentary, you know, like, and you wanna, you know what I'm saying, like you talking about that, then yeah. You just talking about a video, then sure. You know what I mean? That's something different. But if you talking about somewhere where it could go somewhere, then yeah, just, you know, we gonna have to talk about that. Run it, Run it did. Thank you for the super chat. And you said OCO.
OCO, free thinkers.
OCO, run it did. Yeah, contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. And they saying it in the chat just in case you missed it. Okay. And shout out to all the damn, it's a whole rack of new subscribers. What? Where the hell y'all come from? Oh my God. What? Hold on, bro. What? Hold on. Is this real? What happened? Thanks, YouTube. You finally letting my channel go. I mean, shit. It only took you 5 years. OCO Montana, what's going on? Blackfoot Cherokee Nation here. What up, Angela? Oh, Angel. No, I'm sorry, Angel. OCO Angel. You said Angel the Craps. That's your name? Yeah, all right, so look. I'm gonna start off. I gotta go random because all of these videos I have not seen. Every single one of them. So, you know, I may go out of, like, it's no real order, y'all. It's no real order. So I'm gonna try to start off with, let me see. And we got a lot to go through here. Let me see. Which one should I start off with? Oh, okay, we can start off with this one. I believe it's the one that, all right, now look. Okay, the ones that I'm getting ready to play that are on TikTok. If y'all know who these folks are and they doing a very good job, I'm gonna shout them out. You know what I mean? But I don't know none of these people. So if y'all could assist me inside of the chat and let me know who these people are so I can give them the proper shout out, I would appreciate that. Let me play this sister here. She said, we are indigenous to this land. Y'all are not. Let me see. Make sure she turned up. All right, let's go. Wait, matter of fact, no, let me switch back to that.
What are y'all not getting that we're not claiming to be Native American because we're not Native American? Because that's exactly what you guys are. You guys are.
Wait a minute. Let me double check to make sure if that's low. Is that low? Was that low right there? Let me know if that volume was low because I'm gonna have to turn it up if that was low. Were y'all able to hear what she was saying right in the beginning? I'm gonna play it a little bit more real quick.
What are y'all not getting that we're not
it's low?
Native American because we're not Native American? Because that's exactly what you guys are. You guys are Native American.
It's low. Okay, hold on. Let me boost it up. All right, I boosted it up just now. Hope this better.
What are y'all not getting that we're not claiming to be Native American because we're not Native American? Because that's exactly what you guys are. You guys are Native American. You guys are people, a part of mixture of people of European and Asian and all that bullshit that came over here that helped the colonizers to colonize us, the true indigenous of the Americas. Majority black, so-called black people is indigenous. 95.
Wait a minute, I gotta hear that one more time because it sounds like she got a tongue ring and I'm trying to understand her real quick. Wait a minute, let me hear it one more time.
What are y'all not getting that we're not claiming to be Native American because we're not Native American? Because that's exactly what you guys are. You guys are Native American. You guys are people, a part of mixture of people of European and Asian and all that bullshit.
Okay.
That came over here that helped the colonizers to colonize us, the true indigenous of the Americas. Majority black, so-called black people is indigenous.
Okay,
95,
absolutely.
95% of us have real indigenous ancestry. We just don't know it yet, but we starting to wake up. We starting to
Absolutely.
realize it because all this shit you seeing is not lies. It's truth. It's facts, and it's starting to come out now. And y'all are intimidated by that shit because y'all can't pretend no more. Y'all can't pretend to be us no more. Like, Native American means the non-indigenous people of America, the non-originals.
Woo! Okay, she said Native American means the non-original people of America. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all can check my last post, and y'all can get a little educated on that yourself. Or the post before that one with the maps and a little backstory of us so-called black people being the real indigenous to America.
I'm sorry. That's another thing I'm happy about. I'm glad to see that y'all saying so-called black people. Ooh, I'm so glad this is happening, y'all. This is so much fire. This is so much fire. Our brothers and sisters stepping up to the plate, making them immigrants mad. Making them immigrants mad, bro. I'm so glad this is happening. This is beautiful. Absolutely
So-called
beautiful.
black people being the real indigenous to America. All right. Well, anyways, like, y'all just call them colonizer pets. Like, that's what you guys are. You guys got named that for a reason. Y'all are called Native Americans for a reason. Because y'all are not the true indigenous of America.
I hear her dog walking in the background. You know you a dog owner when you can actually point out a dog's run without even seeing the dog. I hear the dog clearly as hell in the background.
For a reason. Y'all are called Native Americans for a reason.
That's the dog
because
right
y'all
there.
are not the true indigenous of America. Y'all not. And a lot of y'all is getting fucking called out now anyway. It's like, majority of these fucking chiefs of these tribes that are so-called Native American have majority over 90% of European DNA. Y'all been lied to, just like we've been lied to. Like I said, we're not trying to take that from y'all, but y'all not about to take us being the true indigenous of Americas from us.
I agree.
And that's on Catawba,
Ooh.
where I'm from.
Ooh. She said that's on Catawba.
Fire.
Shout out to the Catawbas. What up? That's family right there. Hey, look. What's her name real quick? Y'all, what's her name? Hold up. Is she, wait a minute, real quick. Where we at? Hold on. Let me see if her name popped up in the beginning. No, I didn't. Wait, what's her name? Her name is Mina Too Real. Shout out to Mina Too Real. I appreciate that. That's absolute fire, sister. Mina Too Real. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, sister. Let's get it.
Y'all been lied to, just like we've been lied to. Like I said, we're not trying to take that from y'all, but y'all not about to take us being the true indigenous of Americas from us.
Right.
And that's on Catawba, where I'm from. So, yeah. Continue being the pretendians. It's okay. Y'all ain't gotta pretend no more. I can give it up. Give our shit back.
And meanwhile, her dog was walking in the background. That is absolutely hilarious. But shout out to Mina Too Real. Shout out to you, sister.
Fire.
I know that dog was getting on her nerves for a second. She probably used to it now. She probably used to it by now. I'm talking about the tick, 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 tick. She got hardwood floors and everything. Hey, that's some dog owners. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We be hitting it all the time. All right, hold on. Let me move on to the next one real quick. Right here.
Look at her, that's royalty right there. But instead of honoring her history, they made paint out of her body. They was out here grinding up melanated mummies, turning their pigments into paint. The Mona Lisa was
Wait. That's Jake Paul. That's the real Jake Paul? Ain't he a YouTuber? or something like that, or a boxer or something.
Look at her, that's royalty right there. But instead of honoring her history, they made paint out of her body. They was out here grinding up melanated mummies, turning their pigments into paint. The Mona Lisa was painted with bodies. Where you think they got the paint? Go look up Mummy Brown. Y'all have to go watch the last video. Original Black God posted to me. They keep yelling AI manipulation, but y'all blind to the real illusion. America was never. People like me, it was copper skin first. So-called black people, the
Hold
indigenous Moorish American. Black.
Wait, is this AI? Is this AI? Y'all saying AI in the chat. Y'all saying AI. This look a little AI. Oh man, AI going crazy, bro. You can't even. This look real too.
People started every culture, and they are the indigenous people all over this planet. Dig deeper into the truth, not just Google and Wikipedia.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Is this fake? Because do AI do the little fade like that? Where, okay, he got close, right? And don't you know how when you get too close and the camera fade a little bit to try to focus? I never seen AI do that. Let me see.
Dig deeper into the truth, not just Google and Wikipedia. Do real research. Go to libraries. Bro, does this look like AI? Look, I'm real. I bleed, I sweat, I breathe. How am I AI, huh? So what, they're AI too? The cars, the sun, the mansion, all prompts now? You people sound insane, bro. The internet's losing its mind. It's fucking saying, oh.
Wait, huh? Nah, bruh. Nah, hold up. That's AI, because what the hell is that on the back of that car? I don't know about that one. All right, hold on. Damn, that little, look at that little focus right there. Damn, AI getting good, young. That little focus right there, that right there. Damn, that look real. And he pulling on his skin. Woo, AI got real good.
Bro, does this look like AI? Look, I'm real. I bleed,
yes,
I
it
sweat,
does
I
look
breathe.
like AI. Because there's an imperfection. This part right here, what the hell is that? That's not on. That don't even match that car. That don't even match that car. Like, it don't even look like she's sitting on it correctly. And a random wheel is right here. Now, this AI.
How am I AI, huh? So what, they're AI too? The cars, the sun, the mansion, all prompts now? You people sound insane, bro. The internet's losing its mind. It's fucking saying, oh, stop blackwashing history. How the fuck can they be blackwashing history when the proof and evidence is right in your fucking face? I swear to God. Some of you are fucking foolish mule. Like they say, you can lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it fucking drink. Just whitewash history. They grinded melanated people into paint. Mummy Brown, go look it up. They dug up melanated Egyptians, turned them into powder, sold them in paint tubes to Europe. Real bones, real flesh. They was literally eating the bones too, calling it Mia, a cure made from...
Oh no, that's... You can see, okay, there you go. There go the AI glitch.
They was literally eating the bones too, calling it Mia.
Right there, AI glitch. Right there on the eye. All right. I mean, maybe people doing it on TikTok just to, make a point because AI is becoming so popular now. But I mean, damn, even though it was some imperfections right there, that was real good though. With that pan. Damn, just imagine AI in the next I want to give it's moving so goddamn fast. Give it like one more year. It may be tough for us to pinpoint what's real and what's fake, because that looked real right there at one point. Not this part right here, I'm talking about the other part. But yeah, this right here, dead giveaway. Big time.
Cure made from them, all to steal the melanin. The entire modern perception of the black man in America is a manufactured...
Look at the lighting, like he just walked through.
The first black men in the U.S. Congress were elected right after the 13th Amendment outlawed slavery. By 1871, 7 black men were served.
And then he turned right around and have nothing on his head. No. You can tell though, because if that was a real window, it wouldn't have spent around and nothing, nothing's low reflection, no nothing like that. As far as the sun beaming onto that window, that's allegedly like a those glass pane. What is it called? The stained glass windows. If it was going to reflect on him like I did right here, that would have happened as soon as he moved to the other side, because you see the sun shining right there. Damn. I'm telling you, when AI fix all that stuff up right there, bro, it's gonna be scary.
Perception of the black man in America is a manufactured lie. The first black men in the U.S. Congress were elected right after the 13th Amendment outlawed slavery. By 1871, 7 black men were serving.
see how
I'm
he
talking about
flipped,
Hiram
then all of a
Reynolds,
sudden-
Jefferson Davis, Benjamin Turner, Robert Carlos, Josiah T. Clowns always hide behind fucking private accounts to talk down on them. You're all fucking clowns, and not all of them are fucking liberals.
Yeah. Okay. We gotta stop that right there. I mean, you know, that's going a little too much. Like, but I understand that they probably doing that, you know, for the, you know, attention on TikTok. They probably getting pissed off at folks like that, you know, that are talking about their indigenous roots. They probably pissed off because there's some immigrants that are coming at them, and they, you know, they like, all right, boom, we got some firepower too, and they use the AI, but maybe the immigrants using AI too. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok for me to know. We are gonna be coming up on TikTok though. I'm gonna keep it pushing because that's fully AI. Like, to the point where it's like, I don't even want to hear it no more. See, I ain't on TikTok to be, you know what I mean? To be like in the mix of what they doing over there, what they going through. But some of the content creators on there, y'all shouldn't have to use AI to this point to make your point. You could just get on camera and state these same things. Get on camera and state these same things. Like, you don't got to make, you know, people like that, Jake Paul, I mean, whatever, RuPaul, what's his name? Jake Paul. You don't got to make, my bad, RuPaul is my bad. That's my bad. But you don't got to make people like that do that, you know, when there's actual real people out here. You one of them. You know what I mean? You one of them. You don't got to do that. Tell them the truth. Get on camera. Tell her the truth. All right, let me see. Let me keep it pushing. Let me keep it pushing. Yeah, that's my bad, y'all. I know y'all laughing in the chat, but I didn't mean to say it like that. That was not done on purpose. I did not mean to say that. My bad. But and I'm only saying that because I really misspoke right there. Other than that, I wouldn't give a goddamn. All right, let me move on.
My name is Mark Garth. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and I'm an American Indian. I'm gonna read an article for.
Oh man, I hope this not AI. All right, hold on. Let me go back.
My name is Mark Garth. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and I'm an American Indian. I'm gonna read an article for. This is the Treaty of 1866 with the Choctaw and Chickasaw Indians in the United States. It's just a section. And they further agree that all laws shall be equal in their operation upon Choctaws, Chickasaws, and Negroes, and that no distinction affecting the latter shall at any time be made. There's no difference between a Negro and an Indian. Slaves are Indians. Freedmen are Indians. We're all Indians. The only definition of the word Indian means the aboriginal inhabitant of North America. There's no difference between a Negro, a colored person, a black person. They're all Indians. We're indigenous. I'm speaking for the indigenous people here in the United States who has United States lineage ancestry. This is our land. We own it. We have proof of ownership of our land. It's called the Agricultural Non-Population Schedule from 1850 to 1880. My ancestors made improvements, and we were deprived of that. So that's part of the deprivation and the atrocities that has happened to us. We were deprived of the right to be Indians, and we were deprived of our land patents and annuities that's owed to us, pursuant to treaty obligations, not what people want to make up or vote on. We don't care about what foreigners think. This is the law. The highest law of the land is this treaty right here and the Constitution. So what we should add to this, to what you guys are doing, it should be included with what you're doing. It's just
okay. This look real, but I'm not sure. What y'all think, chat? This look real though. What y'all think? Y'all think this real? Oh my goodness, man. I wish I had an app that I could put all this stuff through that could tell me what's real and what's AI. Y'all saying that it's real. Now it does look real, but then again, AI got so good now, bruh. the brothers showing passion, AI could do the same thing. Nah, it's real. Look like an older clip. I mean, oh no. You said Chat GPT can tell? Okay. You thought it was AI, but it doesn't look like how AI does. Yeah, I was looking for some imperfections. I mean, if anything, it was minor chops, like it was edited down to shorten it up. Why would it be fake? I mean, the way AI goes now, man, anything could be fake. Anything. Dane is real. Okay. Yeah, definitely what he's saying is real. Absolutely. Yeah, you saw this a few years ago. Okay. Okay. But that could be the, nah, his microphone was fine. It wasn't that. I wasn't, to me, the microphone is fine. It sounds like he's at some form of assembly or, you know, some type of meeting, some type of assembly. It could be Congress. I don't know. Some local hearing of California, probably, because he did say Cali in the beginning, right? Let me see.
My name is Mark Garth. I was born
Mark
and raised
Garth.
in...
He actually said his name though, and it's at the top. I just noticed that. Okay.
Los Angeles, California.
See, he from LA. I mean, well, LA know what's up. California know what's up. So it doesn't surprise me, you know what I mean, that the Californians, like, they gonna know what's going on. And shout out to y'all. They've been, as far as my analytics, Cali was #1. Not because it was just the biggest state. It was because they was the ones that kind of, you know, when I first started, Cali was the first ones that, you know, moved me from the West, the Midwest, and everywhere else. And made that, you know, and New York. It was Cali and New York was the ones that was actually making this information go back and forth from me. I appreciate that. So that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, and he wrote this down. It looked real though. They turning, like these two ladies turning, looking at the piece of paper. I mean, I hope it's real, man. I hope it is. Now, some of y'all be like, well, Dane, so what if it's not real? The message is real. I agree with you to a certain degree. I agree with you because you lose a bit of authenticity when you're using AI to spread a message. That's why I was like, it's best for y'all to just get on camera and do it for yourselves, because AI is not all the way accepted by everybody as somebody to say, all right, you know what, I'm gonna listen to it. What our people are looking for now, or people in general are looking for now when it comes to AI, is something comical. So that's how they're gonna look at it. Like the majority of the stuff that I would like will be comical. Like some stuff that we know is AI, we know is fake, stuff like that. Something we can just laugh at and keep it pushing. When you're trying to mix AI with real information, it could be tricky. Because look, at the commercials that you're using, I mean the commercials that you're seeing on YouTube, for example, damn near all these commercials that YouTube is allowing on their platform are AI. And I'm skipping right past them. I know I'm not the only one. As soon as I notice it's AI, stop right there. We blah, 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 blah. And I'm flipping. You know what I mean? I'm flipping it. Like it's almost like you're gonna beat down this credibility before it even begins to start. You know, as far as your message could be strong as hell. You know what I mean? That's what I'm referring to. But to go back to this brother here, this looks real, but I don't know. I'm not sure. That's how strong AI is right now. Yeah, the little car insurance commercials they got on AI, y'all, I mean on YouTube, y'all have seen it. They didn't use AI so much for their commercials now. It's flooded with AI commercials. Flooded. They even make, like, you know, people that you would call celebrities be inside of these commercials saying 2-3 things, then it flip to whatever product they want you to say. I be skipping right past the commercials. And that's why I'm saying, as far as credibility is concerned, the way AI is right now, you know, I mean, unless y'all trying to make that the trend, like you could use AI to do, you know, positive things and give positive messages. But it's kind of tricky. It is kind of tricky. You know, it's a gift and a curse with that, in my opinion. But nah, the message was real. The message was real. And if this brother's real, shout out to Mark. If this brother's real, shout out to him, man. And I hope he is. I hope he is. All right. Let me see. Yeah, because I mean, the majority of the stuff that he was saying, I agree with. So if he is real, again, shout out to Mark. Absolutely. It's a little tough to decipher nowadays, and that's what I didn't want. I did not want that to happen. Of course, I can't control the world, but it's too late. AI here now. Let me keep it pushing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scientists at Princeton just created some 3D image that said this is what Adam may have looked like. I know you telling me a damn lie. Adam ain't look nowhere near like.
No, that's what's that dude's name off Fast and Furious? That's what's his name, y'all? Y'all know who this is, off Fast and Furious. Talking about something, this is Adam. Vin Diesel. This is Vin Diesel, y'all. Scientists at Princeton built a 3D model of how Adam, the first human, might have looked. This is horrible, Princeton. That's a bad look. You literally got the video game 3D model directly from this program called Blender. They'll use that to create characters to insert them into video games. This looked like a video game 3D model. And they probably use Blender. Now, I think about it, this looked like a Blender render right here, in my opinion. That's like crazy.
That's Vin Diesel.
That's Vin, exactly.
I mean, wasn't none of us there. But I know good and hell well the first man ain't look like that. Who cut his hair?
Had a bald head? Exactly. He said who cut his hair. We thought of that at the same time, bruh. Hold up. That's true.
But I know good and hell well the first man ain't look like that. Who cut his hair? See, y'all just be doing little stuff.
Oh man!
If the scientists at Princeton came up with this image, then all y'all ass need to be fired because y'all know better. Not only fired,
y'all. Their reputation got to get thrown out the window, bruh. There's no way. If y'all still believe it is scientists at Princeton, it's over. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, y'all.
Y'all know better. What we doing? What are we doing? What's going on?
They just making it all
y'all
up.
Just down there wasting time. Them people down there paying y'all good money.
They get paid bread too.
Good money. For y'all to fiddle-faddle around on a damn Etch-a-Sketch. And this is what y'all came up with.
But that's sad.
Y'all must have been drunk as hell. Full of that booger sugar for y'all to just be like, well, let's just go ahead on it.
Nah. I'm pretty sure they were sober if they want to keep their job.
If I was the head of the science department, everybody else getting fired.
Look, the head of the science department got to get fired.
Anyway, my stand-up special. Anybody want to tell me he's on Tubi right now. And I'm on tour. Go to SchulerKing.com and get those tickets.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I would be, look at that crap. I'd be leaning on them if I was at the head of the, man, that would have never seen the light of day. I was the head scientist at Princeton. That would have never saw the light of day. What is that? Get back in the lab and stop playing with me. What the hell is that, bruh? All right, let's keep it pushing.
So, since we're not black, why is Sudan called the land of the blacks? And also, why is Obama
You Sudanese.
Why?
Hold on. Let me go ahead and talk to J Baby. J Baby, you're Nigerian, right?
No, I'm Haitian.
Nah, nigga, not you. I'm talking about Janabi. Well, how you even say her name?
Nigerian.
Okay, you're Nigerian. Do you call yourself black in Nigeria?
Here's the reason why we don't. It's because
No. That's all I need to hear.
I don't want to hear no explanation.
That's not.
I'm gonna let you explain, but we're gonna stop right there. Here is why we don't.
In Nigeria, everybody looks the same. Like we all have the same skin color. Like there's no white people in Nigeria.
Stop. Number one, black is not a skin color. That kills your argument right there. Black is not a skin color. Black is not a skin color. Man, it's so many people out there calling themselves black because they thinking that it's a skin color. How? You could wear a black shirt, and if you don't blend in with that black shirt, there's something wrong with your brain. Make it make sense. It don't make sense, right? But you make it make sense by thinking logically. If you're, look, like this brother here, the brother that's talking, his shirt is black, right? His skin complexion is not that same color. Our people of color are various shades, if we're gonna go off of color, are various shades of the color brown. It won't ever fail. Copper is brown. Stop this, y'all.
So there's no need to classify. We classify with tribes. So in America,
That's a good point. So the Nigerian girl said that they classify with tribes. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be classifying each other by way of our tribes, tribal affiliation, tribal association. That's what we need to do. I've been saying that. We need to get rid of these misnomers.
White people and like Mexican, all type of people. So you have to distinguish from your skin color. In Nigeria, we don't. If we did, then we did. No. If we did, then we would.
You never did.
That doesn't mean
you never did. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. You never did.
That doesn't mean that we're not black, though.
You're not black. Thank you.
We are black.
Why do you think black Americans call themselves black? What do you think the purpose is for that? The reason why we call ourselves black, one more time, is because we're still dealing with our oppressors. You guys are not.
I'm not gonna lie, brother, that's a bad answer. The reason why you call yourself black is because you're still dealing with your oppressors? That's your answer? Seriously? You just gave an ignorant answer. Because we're still dealing with our oppressors? Are you kidding me? That's the reason why we call ourselves black? If that's the case, then why would we want to call ourselves black? Are you alluding to the fact that oppressors gave us that term? Why would we continue to utilize it if they gave it to us? Because we still dealing with them? Oh, well, let's just go off of what Massa's saying, and that's the right way? I hope he don't dig himself into a deeper hole.
You guys are dealing with your tribes. You guys are out there tribal beefing with niggas with spears and beefing over hyena nuts and monkey shit. We're not doing that here. Over here, we have been dealing with our oppressors. And in order to distinguish ourselves from our oppressors, we came up with the terminology black. That's why we the only niggas who are screaming, I'm black and I'm proud.
Stop. We didn't come up with the term black. Where they get that from? We didn't come up with the term black. Where's the proof of that? Where's the evidence? We did not come up with that term as a classification of race for our people. There's no evidence to that. The term black is a misnomer because it does not reflect the people that they're referring to who are indigenous to this landmass. Why? Because what are they basing it off of? Our skin complexion? They better not be, because our skin complexions are not black. 1, 2, then what does black mean if it's not based on skin complexion? Every time we utilize the term black nowadays, in most cases, it has a negative connotation to it. Blackout. Black Ops. Black Friday. Uh-oh. Wait, that was yesterday. Right? Let's act like all the prices are down and call it Black Friday. Black magic. That's a good one, Bamboo. We, as far as our people are concerned, did not start utilizing the term black as far as us accepting it as a term to refer to ourselves as until the 1960s. Martin Luther King was speaking against that term himself. His own movement, right at the tail end before he was assassinated, was called Freedom Now. And then the blackity black, pro-black, pan goofiness came in 1964. And they called themselves Black Power. But didn't this brother just admit that we're still dealing with our oppressors? So back in 1964 and until what now, 2025, where's the Black Power? In that case, it's non-existent. Just like the term black. Think about it. If you shut all the lights out, you will only see darkness. Inside of darkness, you can't see anything. If you can't see anything, what could you do? Try to make somebody see you by cutting on a light? The only way that could happen is if you cut on a light that's right there on your brain. Get rid of the darkness that's crowding or clouding your mind. Get rid of the darkness that's clouding your mind. Open up your mind, make it broader. Really think about why they utilize the term black. And those of you that don't know, I do have a documentary out right now on my channel discussing those terms. Not only were they social constructs, they were utilized for political correctness because these were political agendas hiding behind these terms to subjugate most of our people to misclassifications that was presented by the government to make one group of people a lot lower than another group of people as far as privileges are concerned. Keep in mind, you are born with your human rights. During the 1960s, we were fighting for civil rights. Did we receive it? What was the end goal? The entire civil rights movement. What did we get out of that? And you better not turn around and say civil rights. You better not. Even back then, we were fighting for first class citizenship. The government was not classifying us as first class citizens. The status of black is not a first class citizen. That person is civilly dead. That person is non-existent. The government can't see you. When you blackmail somebody is bad. And when the police officer call it in and say a black male, 6'3", that's bad too. These are code languages that they utilized to hide us away from the truth. Our ancestors did not come up with that word and say, look, that's what we're going to be referred to as. We did not come up with that. When they were so-called protesting and doing demonstrations to segregate or desegregate rather, certain areas that we weren't even, accepted into, like certain restaurants, when we had our own restaurants, certain buses, when we had our own buses, certain cabs, when we had our own cabs, certain bathrooms, when we had our own bathrooms, certain trains, we had our own train. We had everything. We didn't need to desegregate. Wouldn't you think that desegregation is the problem? We were prospering before then. I went over and rest well, Mother Fletcher. I went over here recently again, the situation of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Was our people complaining about that back then? Was our people complaining about anything politically that was happening at that time? No, we were the biggest capitalists of this society at that time. Mansions, big cars, nice dresses, nice suits, grand pianos, a bunch of gold, grocery stores, barbershops, hospitals, laundromats, you name it. We had everything. Salons, we had everything. We didn't need to desegregate. And that was just more than just, that was happening more than just Tulsa, Oklahoma. Multiple communities, we were prospering. Without them folk, you creep up from 1921 all the way to the 1960s. Oh, now we need to integrate. Nah, we should have kept it to ourselves. What was the problem? And as soon as we desegregated, we lost everything. We lost everything that we had. Land, businesses, banks, houses, even the plantations that our ancestors owned. Now some of them plantations are turned into museums, and they slapping white people pictures in there telling you that they owned them. I told you, what you think a plantation is? It's a farm. Plant. It's a farm. So of course they were going to hire so-called slaves, aka employees, to work on a farm, to work on a plantation. How else are you going to keep up your crops if you don't have employees to do it for you? You going to do everything on your own? And you talking about acres and acres and acres and acres of land? Whole time when you looking up your family members right now, and all of a sudden they pop up on somebody's plantation, that may even be your family member. Because not everybody agreed to the term black. They want to be labeled white. Keep in mind, that's not based off of their skin complexion. That was based off of the condition that they were in, their status that they wanted to be up under, what privileges they wanted to have when it came to being an American citizen. Black and white is not based off of skin complexion. You heard me. It was never based off of skin complexion. If it was, then why is Africans that are darker than us, all these immigrants that he talking to right now in this video, are labeled white by the U.S. Census? I dare any one of them foreigners to actually grow a set of balls, as far as the men are concerned, because I don't want the women to be, because they already bleaching their skin. Ain't no telling what they're gonna do next. But I'm just saying, to be respectful here, grow a set of balls and show people your nationality ID. That goes for any of y'all. If y'all Haitian, Jamaican, African, Hispanic, whatever, it doesn't matter. Show people your nationality ID. Show them. Those folks that got dual citizenship, speak the fuck up and show people what you got. Stop. If you want to butt into our business, show people. If you want to be for our people and be included, show people the truth. You label white. All of y'all are labeled white. That's why the numbers are inflated. Because again, it was never about people's skin complexion. It was about the status that this government put them in. And you over here arguing with the Nigerian about the term black. They want to be included with you in the mix when it's convenient for them to be included. They feel as though it's going to be beneficial for them to be included in your business so they could do business with you. Once that business is done, it's over. They don't want to be included. They not with us in this fight. They with us when it's convenient for them. It never fails. They into everything that we got going on. The trends, TikTok conversations, YouTube discussions, open panel discussions. Some of them actually want to learn, but the majority of them are nosy and don't know no better. They don't know just as much as you don't. And you think they got a better education because they're immigrant? They know more about your family than you do? They don't even call themselves, and she told you. They don't even call themselves black back where she's from in Nigeria. So what does that tell you? That something's wrong with it. If you classifying a group of people who are here in America as the term black, then something's wrong. Especially when these immigrants can come over here and use it at their own will so they can fit in, so they can blend in. They are in our communities adopting our culture. And then they got the nerve to turn around and tell us we don't have no culture. If it wasn't for our culture, these immigrants wouldn't be here. I told you that. They told you that. Some of them being real. Some of them have came out on camera and told you. Thank you, so-called black Americans. Thank you, so-called African Americans. And to be real with you, I told you years ago that the term black was always associated with Africans. I'm gonna say this again. Originally, the term black was always associated with Africans. Not nobody indigenous to America. Ain't nothing about you black, especially when I can see you. But you black to this government. And they laughing at you every time you put your hand out asking for reparations for black Americans where they don't owe black Americans shit, but they owe indigenous Americans everything. So whoever this brother is that say hood smart, I dare you to come up on the panel and have a discussion with me about the term black. If this is your TikTok, everybody go on his TikTok and tell him Dane Calloway called him out for a debate. The discussion is going to be on the term black, and I will get on camera and I will chew your ass out because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And you disrespecting your own ancestors because of your ignorance. That ain't nobody's fault but yours. So if you want to learn something, pop up. I'll teach you. I'm going to put belt to tail with this education. You going to learn. And you going to learn today. And you got the nerve to be embarrassing our people with the whole lineup of foreigners on your panel. Like you know something. Got the nerve to crack jokes about them and what they got going on. You don't even know what they got going on. Because you don't know what you got going on. That's the reason why I tell people that not everybody should have a mic. Y'all got to understand the position you're supposed to be playing. God gave you a gift. The source gave you a gift. The creator gave you a gift. Big Chief gave you a gift. The higher spirit gave you a gift. The greater spirit gave you a gift. It's up to you to find out what that gift is. Not all of y'all supposed to have a mic. Because not all of y'all going to be directing the people in the right direction. You're going to be walking people to a brick wall. And they're going to wonder why their head hurt. It's because of people like you. Fix it. That's what I'm here for. And all 2026, I'm going in on y'all. We turning up. Watch. We turning up. We gonna move y'all sucker niggas out the way and make room for the real people. The real indigenous people. You can laugh and kiki and ha-ha all with these foreigners all you want to. That stuff getting played out as we speak. Ask Tariq Nasheed. I told you that stuff is limited. You putting yourself in a box by doing that. It's not about arguing with these foreigners when they don't even know what the fuck they talking about. You wasting time. It's about learning who the hell you are. That's step one. Hurry up because we could get to step two and do for ourselves as soon as possible. That's what it's about. Getting our lands back by any means necessary. You got a problem with that? Pull up. I'll teach you. You got a problem with what I said? Pull up. Let me hear you. I dare you. I've been calling these fools out long time ago. I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't got no stage name. But thank goodness, a lot of our people are waking up to the lies that we were being told in school. Some of them decided to start going back home and start talking to their elders or their family. Not just grandma and grandpa, but grandma and grandpa got brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles, first cousin, second cousin, third cousin. You got a big family. You need to start looking at what they were doing, where they were located at. And if they came off of a boat, that should be verified. Because if they could tell you that our ancestors came from Africa, then goddamn it, they should be able to show us proof. 2025, they still ain't show y'all niggas a goddamn thing. And you still falling for it. It's time to put those lies to bed. Don't even tuck them in. Pull the covers off. Pull the sheets off. Take that pillowcase off that pillow. Make them lay on the floor. They revealed themselves a long time ago. Stop taking everybody else's word for it. Don't even take my word for it. Question me. That's right. Question Dane Calloway and see if he's telling the truth. Don't run behind ChatGPT and Grok and all the rest of these AIs looking for the answer when I told you years ago that you can't trust the Google algorithms. Every single one of them are copying Google's algorithm. And Google got that for Ask Jeeves. Google got that from Ask Jeeves. This stuff is old, people. The internet just came about 1980s. The same time the so-called blood quantum came about. Oh, we could do a blood test and find out. No, you can't. Well, we could do a DNA test is what I'm referring to in the 1980s. No, you can't. You can't reach back historically in my family. How? By some saliva? Huh? You ain't digging up my ancestors' graves because you know better. But no, you gonna take somebody's saliva and tell them their historical genetic makeup? That technology don't exist. You liar. Scientists been lying. Prime example, here go exhibit A. Princeton University scientists telling you that this is a 3D model of how Adam looked. Scientists been lying. But you falling for it. Their science is based on theories. They're trying to prove it. And tons of American history has not been proven yet. It don't matter who wrote about it. It's about where they got that from. No, but it was published in the Washington Post. This is credible, silly. No, but CBS talked about it. It gotta be true, silly. It was in the news, Dane. You gonna learn. And I'm gonna help you learn.
As a Nigerian, I feel like I am pretty good at knowing when somebody's Nigerian or knowing if somebody's from another African country, depending on what that country is. So if I see somebody from South Africa, you usually know that they're from South Africa.
Now, this is interesting because I could have sworn that it was offensive to be able to tell what African nation somebody was from. Like, I could have swore that, because all up and down my comment sections and my videos and in other Black American videos, anytime we say that we can tell the difference, or we can tell based off of certain facial features or certain things that, you know, you're more than likely from somewhere else. You're more than likely from some African nation, or I don't know.
Rachel, they want to be just like you. I hope this is her. Rachel Lynn Cash, I hope this is you. I'm talking directly to you, sister. They want to be just like you. That's why. When they come over to America, they coming over to America to make money, to send it back to their family members back at home. They know that may consist of getting along with you. They don't want you to they don't want you to label them as outsiders. They want to be a part of what you got going on. They want to be involved. They want to be at your basketball games, your football games, or all sports, volleyball, anything, soccer. They want to be involved. They're going to be at your clubs that you frequent, restaurants that you frequent. They're going to be involved. The clothes that you make popular, they're going to shop at the same stores. But guaranteed they're not living in them same communities that you living in. Guaranteed. The communities that they living in is not redlined, but the community that you lived in or living in is redlined. That means there's people with bad credit over there, according to the credit bureau's logistics, right? That don't mean you did something wrong. They mean they did that fraudulently. So you won't ever get a chance to move out. They're trying to trap you. But yet, the foreigners come over here labeled white. They on a totally different line of credit. They even get a loan to go get their first house. They get approved. No questions asked. And ask them if they got a social security number. You heard what I said. Ask them if they got a social security number. It's a difference between us and them. Ask them if they got a social security number. Y'all want to have some good conversations on TikTok? Call them out for real. They don't have no social security number, but yet they got approved for that goddamn loan for $450,000, and they got that house, and it's not in your neighborhood. But yet they want you to continuously label them as Black. It's a problem, ain't it? Meanwhile, you try to go get that same house within that same neighborhood, and that bank did what? Did not approve you. Based off of what? The history of where you came from. You were already in a red line area. They could see everything about you. They redlined you. The only time they gonna let you be approved is if your credit score is sky high. They getting approved and their credit score is 570, 580. They want your credit score to be 730, 740 in order for you to be approved for that $450,000. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And there's a lot of our people out there at their families. I'm talking about our people, the needy people that own houses that can't pass it down to this to their family members after they pass on. Why? Credit. They're not owning the communities. They're not buying that land. When you got that house, you got that house. But in your deed, does it say you got that lot? No, the bank own it. Yeah, this system fraudulent for all of us that's out here. But it's really working against our people because we label ourselves black, number one. And number two, we not doing nothing about it. And we done built America here. And this is how they treating us. One thing I agree about the FBA part is the foundation. Not the black part. The foundation. We set the foundation for all of America to be what it is today. Again, if it wasn't for us, it would be no them. That's why they in our business. They scared. Because they know the more of us that continue to wake up and we come together and do some things that I'm not going to mention right here online, and we start setting the trends in different areas, like how we set the trends on TikTok, set the trends on Facebook, set the trends on MySpace, set the trends on Black Planet. We set the trends in real life, all for social media for our benefit. It's bye-bye for them. I'm telling you, them content creators that's out there right now that they making popular, foreigners, all of them. We don't have a needy woman, for example, that's in a rap that's selling out, number one, top of the charts. At first, that was Nicki Minaj. Now it's Cardi B. Both of them from the islands. No knock to the islands, but they ain't from here. The next up in line is Sexy Red. Sexy Red really from St. Louis. But you think she gonna be number one? As far as female rappers are concerned. Oh, okay, Glorilla, right? Glorilla, same thing with her. You think they gonna make her number one? And she from Memphis. Nah, that's how they feel, y'all. Both of them girls from the hood, what we would call the hood, AKA the projects. No, they not trying to put, no, not our people. They not trying to make them number one. No, we got to fight tooth and nail just to be number one and stay number one. That's anywhere we go. Out here in America. Is it supposed to be like that? No. Why is it like that? Because we not stepping up and saying nothing about it. We just sit back. The Jews got the money. They the ones that's controlling it. But we got money too. If every one of our people really stopped buying stuff yesterday, so-called Black Friday, it would have crashed and burned. We still outnumber them. Still to this day. And then y'all gonna talk about some black dollar. Oh no, they could see your money. That dollar was never black, it was always green. That's the only time they gonna treat you. And look, and we done got some times on camera where it don't matter that your dollar's green. They still gonna mistreat you, right? Hold on, I'll come back to this one. Because I remember one on with, you know what? This might not be nothing about him buying something, but some white lady trying to stop this guy. Let me see something. Hold on.
Excuse me, are you threatening me?
No, I'm threatening you.
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, please. Just get out of my way. Get out of my way.
No. You need to show me your key fob.
I just need.
Okay, white lady, okay, trying to stop this man. It says, quote, "This is my house." This woman tried to stop him from entering his own home. No badge, no proof. Just profiling. Didn't we see that before with another one? Hold on,
I'm calling the police. You look suspicious.
You mean I look black?
Maybe.
Racist neighbor calls 911 on a black man moving in. He's the Boston police chief. She thought she was protecting the neighborhood. But
stop. Boston police chief. It don't matter. These were two separate things. But soon as they black this, something wrong. They mistreat you. You're not a first class citizen, you third class. You at the very bottom. It's time to change it. So let me go back to hold on, before I'll play these two in a second. But let me go back
to the Nigerian, I feel like I am pretty good at knowing when somebody's Nigerian or knowing if somebody's from another African country, depending on what that country is. So if I see somebody from South Africa, you usually know that they're from South Africa.
Now this is interesting because I could have sworn that it was offensive to be able to tell what African nation somebody was from. Like I could have swore that, because all up and down my comment sections and my videos and in other Black American videos, anytime we say that we can tell the difference, or we can tell based off of certain facial features or certain things that, you know, you're more than likely from somewhere else. You're more than likely from some African nation, or I don't know. But if we say it, it's offensive, right? If we say it, it's xenophobic, right? But if this Nigerian lady says that she can tell who's South African, she can tell who's Nigerian, she can tell who's Ghanaian, she can tell who's whatever. Oh, that is, yeah, you're right. And yeah, we're so unique and we're so different. All up and down her comment section, there's no hate at all. It's just all love. It's all love. But let her have said she was Black American, and they would be like, y'all don't look no different. Y'all just look like generic Africans. Y'all ain't nothing special about y'all. Like, I guess Black Americans, we just see, we the only ones that's not allowed to be able to tell differences, right? We the only ones that's supposed to be like, I can't see no difference between nobody. We just all look the same. Everybody just black. Like, I love it when y'all.
You just said the problem, Rachel. You just said the problem with the term black right there. Anybody can insert themselves in that. There's no rules. There's no regulation. They can use it at their own convenience, knowing that the term white is on their IDs. You exposing it. Listen to yourself, Rachel. And brothers and sisters out there, listen to this. This is a message. That's why you want to get rid of that term. That's why. And ain't nothing to be proud of as far as that term is concerned. No, be proud of your people for getting rid of that term and calling themselves by what they want to call themselves. Again, we did not create the term black. For our people.
Y'all just make it so easy to prove your hypocrisy. They just make it so easy.
Right,
it's so easy.
Right after that. And so, Rachel, and so did you. Sister, I don't know you, but I love your effort. Okay? I'm not here beating you up, sister. I'm here trying to bring you up. You don't need their approvals. You don't need their validation. You got your own. There's a problem with that word. Let them have it. Look, because they not gonna put it on their IDs anyway. Let them have it. Look, just like the so-called Native Americans. How come they don't want to be called Indian? and got the nerve to turn around and call these Hindu people Indian. And they letting you do that when you over here in America. We elected the Americans to call us an idiot, but we know that we're not that. We know we're not that. We know we're not that, but we let the Americans call us idiot. And some of them are cool, right? But let's be real. We know better than that, and so do they. Just because that landmass is now called India as of 1950 does not mean that it was historically referred to as India. Isn't it pronounced Bharat? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Bharat? Huh? The land of the Nagas? Bharat, land of the Nagas? I know some of y'all folk out there that's content creators that don't want no smoke with me refer to yourselves as a Naga. Silly. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Think you doing something because you pulling up Google and showing people pictures. Come on, bruh. I'm telling y'all, all 2026, I'm firing big shots and I'm gonna connect. Headshot, watch. Y'all coming down. It's time to move that fake stuff out, insert the real and keep it there. I'm not playing with y'all. All right, so I'm gonna go back to where that guy was trying to get to his house real quick and that Caucasoid was trying to stop him.
Excuse me, are you threatening me?
No, I'm threatening you, huh?
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, please. Just get out of my way. Get out of my way.
No. You need to show me. Show me keep up.
I just need you to I don't want to put my hands on you. I need you to get out of my way.
Don't do it.
Then get out of my way.
I can't. Just walk through it. Keep up.
I don't need to show you anything. Who are you?
You do. I'm Carla. I live on 2017.
Okay, that's great, Carla. You should go back to apartment 2017 and see what business you have to attend to here.
Walk through it. That's it.
Okay, Dane, Carla, why are you following me? Are you serious?
Move her out the way.
Carla, I've had enough. I've had enough. Get out of my way.
I don't care. I'm on the board.
Get out of my. I don't care what board you're on. Get out of my way.
Of the community. You need to go now. Go get a guest pass.
I'm not going anywhere. You go get a guest pass.
You tell me what unit number you're in.
I'm not telling you anything. Well, I'm going to tell you to get out of my way before I...
See, stuff like this should not happen. Why is it happening? Because we allow it. Notice how that they got, and Trump did this too, by the way. Trump's administration allowed every single rule to pass that they came up with to protect them Jews. But when it come to us, we're not a protected group. Why? Because you can't protect something that doesn't exist. You have to stop calling yourself black. They're not even calling themselves Jews. They calling themselves Semites. And guess what? The Nagas are Semites. That's all religious belief. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Again, I'm not knocking their little belief. I'm not. Because I wouldn't even knock your belief. But there's a difference between believing and knowing. Just like there's a difference between fact and truth. Fact is debatable. Because it's based off of someone else's opinion. Truth is non-debatable. Because it makes logical sense. Brother, walk up them steps, ignore that heifer, go into your apartment and enjoy the rest of your day. She probably not married, don't got no children. Nobody gonna want her. She bored. She probably like you. She probably SYD. Look like one of them bops. Whole time, Keep it pushing. You don't let nobody stop you. Here go another one.
I'm calling the police. You look suspicious.
You mean I look black?
Maybe.
Racist neighbor calls 911 on a black man moving in. He's the Boston police chief. She thought she was protecting the neighborhood, but what she really protected was her own prejudice. 38-year-old Jennifer Morrison had lived in the Glendale Arms apartment complex for 6 years. So when she saw a black man using a key to open the door next to hers, she didn't ask a question. 38-year-old Jennifer Morrison had lived in the Glendale Arms apartment complex for 6 years. So when she saw a black man using a key to open the door next to her, protected was her own prejudice. 38-year-old Jennifer Morrison had lived in the Glendale Arms apartment complex for 6 years. So when she saw a black man using
it's a problem. It's a problem. It's working against you. You got to get rid of this time,
a key to open the door next to hers. She didn't ask a question, didn't pause, didn't consider context. She simply decided he didn't look like he belonged and assumed he was breaking in.
And whole time he the Boston police chief. Why you ain't get her arrested? She not supposed to be touching you on or off duty. Boston police chief. Arrest her. Get your hands off of me. What are you doing? That's harassment.
She confronted him. "Are you sure you live here? You look suspicious." The man replied calmly, "Of course I live here. I just moved in last week." Before calling 911, she even muttered under her breath, "You look suspicious." But the black man she accused wasn't a stranger, wasn't a trespasser, and wasn't a criminal. He was Boston's newly appointed police chief, Marcus Thompson. He had just signed a 1-year lease and had moved into apartment 412 days earlier. The entire exchange was captured by the hallway security camera. And once the footage spread across social media, her life collapsed almost instantly. She was fired by her employer. Her landlord terminated her lease. She was sued by Chief Thompson for defamation.
Whoa. Okay. That deserves a repeat. That deserves a repeat.
Life collapsed almost instantly. She was fired by her employer. Her landlord terminated her lease. She was sued by Chief Thompson for defamation.
Stop. She lost her job. She lost her place. And she got sued for defamation. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna lie. Look, that's a lot better. Hey, thank you. And you shouldn't even have to be the police chief to do that. Every single one of y'all should be doing this. And then we need to come up with a law to say that we're protected people. We're a protected group of people. Do you know right now we gotta dance around the topic about them Semites because of how they feel? And they put the laws out there to protect them? Anything that they don't like, they'll get it removed. How come we don't got nothing like that out there? But yet we can say nigga online and they'll let it fly. And they letting foreigners do it too, letting it slide. YouTube, well, TikTok is like rated G. So I doubt very seriously y'all could do that on TikTok. But Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, but I know TikTok is rated G. Seriously. I know TikTok censor. So y'all probably can't do it on TikTok. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I'm talking about they are sensitive on TikTok. Big time. Shout out to Christopher. I appreciate that super chat. Christopher says, say less. Absolutely. Swedish Princess, been a member for 2 months in a row. I appreciate that, Princess. She said, preach, Dane. Say it louder for those in the back, period. Absolutely. Absolutely. Free bands, what's up?
and a court ordered her to pay $120,000 in damages.
Woo! Oh my goodness, I should have kept playing. And she had to, okay, so she lost her job, lost her place, got sued for defamation, and had to pay $120K. That's what I'm talking about. 120, he had to work the rest of that year. He took the whole year off. Look, that's his whole salary. That's what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, yeah. Let me give him a round of applause real quick. No, not that judge. This brother here, where he at? Give him a round of applause. Stand up. Stop taking this bullshit from these folks. Y'all want to respect it? I bet. Say less. Come up off that money here. That's what I'm talking about. I like saying stuff like that. That boy was cooking. You hear me? Cooking. All right, let's move on.
So you are wrong, so I will
correct you. I can't hear that. Wow. Wait, this is real low. Oh, wait. Wait, this is super low. I may not be able to play this.
So you are wrong, so I will correct you. African American is a term used to describe the collection of people whose ancestors came from the transatlantic slave trade. Because those people...
And listen to how silly you sound. Can y'all hear what she said? Y'all can't hear that, right? I may have to leave this video alone because y'all probably can't hear that. I might have to come back to that. She sounds so silly right there. Hold on, let me make sure if this sister right here, let me see something real quick. Oh no, she did say something. And is she louder?
I'm gonna just correct you real quick.
Oh, she correcting her. Oh, wait, I gotta play this. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what she said. She said...
So you are wrong, so I will correct you. African American is a term...
So she must be calling her out. She says, you are wrong and I will correct you. African American is a term used to describe a collection of people whose ancestors came from the transatlantic slave trade.
Because those people got so mixed up in what tribes
those people got so mixed up
from and what countries they were from, and it wasn't any one way to decide.
And it was what? Oh my God, bruh. Stop! Hey, it's some fools on TikTok. That's why y'all begging me to come to TikTok. That's why y'all begging me to come to TikTok, because of fools like her. But I hope this sister right here. Hold on. Let me. Hold on.
All win with a collective African American, and you don't describe someone from Nigeria or someone from.
All right, so I'm gonna just correct you real quick. We all didn't just decide to collectively go with the term African American. Let's start there. The term.
Oh, please be right, sister. Please. I'm scared. I hope she gonna cook her, please.
African American is a political label that was coined in the 1980s and pushed on us publicly by Jesse Jackson.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. What is her name? I'm shouting her out right now. What is her? Is this her name? What is her name? Miss Nelly? Miss Nelly. Oh, Miss Nelly, listen. I hope that, hold. Nelly? Yeah, I said Nelly. Miss Sister, Nelly, listen. Big hug, sister. Oh my goodness. I was worried for a second. Thank God we got some goddesses out there. Woo! Okay. All right, let me let her, oh man, hey. Oh, that was a sign of relief. Thank goodness. Okay, go ahead, sister, go ahead.
The term African American is a political label that was coined in the 1980s and pushed on us publicly by Jesse Jackson in 1989, long after the reclassification damage was already done of our indigenous ancestors. That term was later adopted to fold in every other melanated group. They cropped us all under one label to erase our lineage and erase the distinction between those who were already here and those who immigrated.
Oh my God. Oh, thank God, bruh. Thank God, bruh. Thank God. Oh man, thank the source. Thank the creator, bruh. We got some gods and goddesses in the building, bruh. Over on TikTok.
It's up.
Man. And on YouTube. And on Instagram. And all over America. Okay? Oh, man. Woo. Okay. Man, oh, man. Woo. That had me work. Look, hold on, y'all. Oh, I need a cigarette. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was stressing, right? I was worried. I was, oh man. Y'all don't understand, man. Woo! That was, oh man. Huh? What? Why y'all laughing at me? You tell me y'all sparked something up. Y'all know y'all did? Man, what? And she came in saving grace. Thank goodness, bruh. Oh, Nelly. Thank you, Nelly. Shout out to you, sister. Shout out to you. Cook these niggas, Nelly. Cook them. Cook. All right, let me go back a little bit. Let me hit him. Matter of fact, she deserve a start over. Start it over.
All win with a collective
Start it over.
African American. And you don't describe someone from Nigeria or someone from.
All right, so I'm gonna just correct you real quick. We all didn't just decide to collectively go with the term African American. Let's start there. The term African American is a political label that was coined in the 1980s and pushed on us publicly by Jesse Jackson in 1989, long after the reclassification damage was already done of our indigenous ancestors. That term was later adopted to fold in every other melanated group. They cropped us all under one label to erase our lineage and erase the distinction between those who were already here and those who immigrated.
Listen, these are the women you marry. Men. If the women ain't talking like this, don't touch her. I don't care what she look like. If the women ain't talking like this, don't touch her. I don't care what she look like. If that woman that you like ain't talking like this, go to the next. I'm not playing. Set a boundary, goddammit.
Most Black Americans are the descendants of those people that were already here. We are the renamed, the reclassified,
Thank you.
erased.
Thank you.
Most of our ancestors were here before the boats. And no, this is not a theory. It's colonial records, U.S. Census classifications, the Indian Removal Act, the Racial Equity Act, genealogy, and more, like our living descendants who passed down these oral histories. In contrast, the term African American refers to those descendants of those from Africa who arrived later.
All right, hold up. Let me, and she's right. Let me read this part right here. She said a lot of us never went by the term African American in the first place. It was a label placed on us, not chosen by us. Many of our families identified as Black, Negro, colored, or even Indian in historical records. And mulatto. Don't forget mulatto. Don't forget mulatto. Listen, I'm telling y'all, if y'all not as sisters, just because I'm single, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all in my inbox and y'all not thinking and talking like this, don't even hit my inbox. Nope, we not going on no date. I don't give a, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing. Don't get them, don't even think to send me a message unless you talking like that. That's right. God damn it. Live, God damn it. I'm setting boundaries. 2:00 in the morning, God damn it.
And those other melanated groups, that's a whole different lineage and a whole different cultural foundation. And that's why most of us just want to go by either Black American, Black, Foundational Black American, Solani, American Indian. So back to what you were saying, how we all just collectively decided to go with that term because we didn't know, or we got mixed up on what tribes we didn't know we was from and what African countries we didn't know we was from. Mixed up By who, exactly? Because my people didn't just forget where they came from. They were enslaved on this land and then intentionally and forcibly stripped of their tribal names, languages, and identities through systems like slavery, boarding schools, reclassifications, and forced assimilation. You acting like we all collectively shrugged and was just like, we don't know what country or African country we came from, just call us African American. That's not what happened. Later on, labels like Negro, mulatto, colored, freemen, free persons of color replaced our original nation and lineage. The term African American came way later and became a catch-all term. So while that term, African American, may feel like a unifier to you, it was also used as a tool of erasure for the Black indigenous people that was already foundational to this land we now call America. We don't all share the same migration story, and that's okay. And reclaiming that truth isn't division, it's correction.
Woo! She ended that proper. Okay, Nelly, I see you. You was cooking. Okay. Nelly, I'ma let you slide with the term black for right now, but Nelly, we gotta tighten up that term black too, okay? We gotta tighten that up. You see how that newspaper say black or African American? You got it right there, Nelly. We gotta straighten it up. They one and the same. But great job, by the way, though. Great job. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Man, I ain't gonna lie. That had me worried there for a second. Man, look, I know there's some content creators out there on TikTok that, that can talk now. I just ain't, man, listen. Y'all gotta understand, when we see our goddesses out there goddessing, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta encourage the matriarch to get back. We gotta encourage the matriarch to get back in their rightful position. There's too many BBLs walking around. There's too many. That gotta cease, man. I know some of the men like, Dane, I disagree with you. Them BBLs good. Listen, no, they not. No, they not. Why would you want something fake anyway? If she fake back there, she gonna be fake in the front, fake in the mind. Listen, all right. Men, not everything that look good ain't good. Come on, man. I fell for that bullshit. Okay. Let's go to the all right, let's go to the next one. 2:00 in the morning. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. I ain't in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Man. Okay. Let me keep it pushing. All right, this says, okay, let me see.
Top of the evening, y'all know what time it is, another hood affirmation. Let's go on and clock California's tea and somebody else's tea, because shit, there's some shit going down. Okay, so we all know about the motherfucking SB 518. Okay? That Gavin Newsom passed that. A lot of you greedy niggas talking about we ain't getting no cash, nothing. First of all, half of y'all not gonna qualify for this shit. Clock that. Yeah. So once they decide to find out what's the percentage, then eventually they'll give you some bread. But right now they telling you due to the deficiency from the pandemic, it's always something. That's why they ain't giving out no cash. But they're willing to give you a bullshit ass apology and give you generational wealth. Yeah, but it's only a percentage. So don't get your hopes up high. Since y'all like to come in my comments and correct the bitch. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the wig is out here getting ready to put us in motherfucking civil war. It's 3 acts that you need to fucking pay attention to. 1, the Insurrection Act. They're already using it. It's when they send the military and federalize the National Guards to enter into states when you have a crime disorder. That means your crime rate's too motherfucking high. Sound like martial law to me.
Yeah, it is. Memphis, California, DC, Chicago, and New York.
Then they turn around and they use the Alien Enemy Act. Well, what's the Alien Enemy Act? That's the act where they have the right to go in and to deport not only the alien, which is the illegal immigrants, but also the subject, which is your slave ass. I don't know what made you think you were safe. Refer back to your 14th Amendment when he decided to reconstruct it. And once he reconstructed the 14th motherfucking amendment, guess what he did? He started tapping with your one freedom of speech and he went straight to cancel now habeas corpus. Well, what that mean? That means that back in the day when you used to go to jail, your ass could be able to petition a judge to be able to get out of jail. Not no more. Not the fuck no more. And they could arrest you for whatever bullshit that they choose to want to arrest you from. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Louisiana about to put niggas on the ballot, baby. Yeah. They about to snatch all these niggas' rights the fuck away for voting. Yeah. Yeah, because a small group of individuals came in and said, wait a minute, due to the Civil Rights Act that was created in 1604, I might got the date wrong, but what the fuck ever, pay attention to the motherfucking message. They decided to sue the state of Louisiana. And because they're suing the state of Louisiana because they said it's racism against white folks in the black community. Clock that motherfucking T. Clock that T. So while y'all sitting around talking about this not your fight, this is a time you might want to wake the fuck up. Yeah, you might want to wake the fuck up. Yeah, because they already did it in Mississippi with the goddamn Jim Crow 2.0. Where some of y'all today years old to learn about that type of shit.
Now remember, I put out a video and said Jim Crow 2.0, and I was talking about what they were doing as far as the police officers hanging them out. It was Memphis. I know she said Mississippi. I'm not sure if one of the police officers was in Mississippi. I'm trying to remember. But they were doing a lot of hanging, you know, and stuff like that with some folks out there, innocent people, locking them up left to right, getting them killed. They're getting killed in jail. They're getting killed in the police cars, the police little vehicles. That was happening back to back to back. It was like a trend. And remember, I think I went live and talked about that. I said, I'm noticing a trend out there. Y'all should recall that. And I called it Jim Crow 2.0. And I agree.
You're today years old about learning about the goddamn voting rights for black people in Louisiana. Oh yeah, shit getting real because they trying to get rid of the Congressional Black Caucus. Some of y'all might want to go read and do your homework. Think about it, food for thought. Have a good day.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I want them to get rid of that because what they do for us. And look, and then tell me what NAACP did for us. Congressional Black Caucus, they could hold that. They working for the white folks anyway, sister. They been gone. I appreciate that message though. Shout out to her. Y'all know her name? Y'all know her name? Hold on, let me double check. This had to be on TikTok. I don't see her name up here. But shout out to her. Shout out to her. It was still pretty good. But yeah, that Congressional Black Caucus could kiss my tail. There ain't nobody. All right, let's keep it pushing. All right, yeah, and then, okay, wait a minute. All right, here we go.
Did you know one of the biggest clues about who the so-called African Americans really are is all in the language? Let me explain. When Europeans first arrive in places like Virginia, the Carolinas, and Georgia, they noticed something they couldn't explain, and something they later tried to hide. The dark-skinned people they wanted to label as Negro, mulatto, or colored, they already spoke native languages.
Very good terminology. Very good. I'm glad she said dark skin. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This may be a good one. Hold on. Let me start it over. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Did you know one of the biggest clues about who the so-called African Americans really are is all in the language? Let me explain. When Europeans first arrive in places like Virginia, the Carolinas, and Georgia, they noticed something they couldn't explain, and something they later tried to hide. The dark-skinned people they wanted to label as Negro, mulatto, or colored, they already spoke native languages fluently. Algonquian, Powhatan, Arawak, even regional trade dialects.
Uh-oh. That's what I'm talking about. See? That's what I'm talking about. When I see, this is the only time you're going to earn my respect. When you, of course, you share a different skin complexion. When you act like a brother and sister and stand up for what's right and you speak your mind and you on camera and you know your own folk gonna come after you for what you saying and you know you speaking the truth, you earn my respect. That's how you get it.
Set it on fire.
That's how you get it. Now again, I didn't play a few of them already. Okay? With pale skin already. Already did it. All right? And they were speaking the truth. I love that. I love that. So if you for us, show it. Just like how she is. Show it. Get on camera, tell the truth. Get on camera, tell the truth. I like that. I like that a lot. That's what I'm talking about. I'm starting this over. Say it one more time.
Did you know one of the biggest clues about who the so-called African Americans really are is all in the language? Let me explain. When Europeans first arrive in places like Virginia, the Carolinas, and Georgia, they noticed something they couldn't explain, and something they later tried to hide. The dark-skinned people they wanted to label as Negro, mulatto, or colored, they already spoke native languages fluently. Algonquian, Powhatan, Arawak, even regional trade dialects. So tell me, how does someone fresh off a ship suddenly speak the exact indigenous tongue?
Regional trade dialect, English. Remember, I went over that in multiple segments. I'm not gonna keep stopping, I'm gonna keep playing.
Of the land that they supposedly just arrived in. They don't. That doesn't make sense. Because these were not outsiders. They were the original people of the land. American Indians. Colonial governors actually complained that many of the people they tried to classify as Negro were speaking native languages in court. Runaway ads described them as knowing the woods, the rivers, the trails, skills you only have in your ancestors have been there for generations.
That's right.
Plantation records show people classified as Negro who understood tribal signals, ceremonies, and regional native slang. Think about it. If someone speaks the language of the land, moves through the land like a tribal scout, knows the hunting paths, the fishing spots, the medicinal plants, are they African imports? Or indigenous people being reclassified to erase their identity?
Thank you.
This is what they don't want to teach us.
Hold on.
Wait,
that's okay. What's her name, y'all? What's her name? Somebody say her name. What's her name? This is what I'm talking about right there, bro. That's absolute fire. And this is TikTok. This is TikTok. A sister that's beside her, I thought she was about to say something. I ain't gonna lie. So I guess y'all could, okay, I seen this before where people, when they share other people's videos, they get to like have a video of themselves beside it some type of way. I seen this before. I never understood, but whatever. I never really understood that, but I guess that's a way to like, here, y'all, you know, look, there's a video I want to share with y'all, and they right there with you, watching it with you. I guess that's the way that they doing it now on TikTok. I seen YouTube doing that too, but I never understood it because I thought the sister was about to come in and say something. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, y'all said screen share? Her name is, wait, oh man, Mike, I hope you right, Mike. You saying Daisy. Her name is Daisy. Mike, come on, bruh. Please don't be trolling, bruh. Is that her real name? Wait, another person came in and said Daisy Blue. All right. Okay, that's two people saying it. Oh, you follow her. Oh, all right, bet. Shout out to Daisy Blue. All right. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that too, y'all. I appreciate that. Shout out to Daisy Blue. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That earns my respect off the break. Yeah, tell the truth and nothing but the truth. No matter what. No matter what. Team No Weak Bodies, thank you for the super chat. You said Algonquin language is the indigenous language. Yeah, absolutely. That's the number one. I found out that Muckatek people speak today, Long Island, New York, through records. I am descended of Muckatek Mohawk tribe, early 1500s. Uh-oh.
It's up.
Montauk Cats. I think I was mispronouncing it. I apologize if I was mispronouncing it. I'm just hyped. Let me see. Hold on. I think I missed a couple things. Hold on, let me go back. I did miss a couple things. The Real Birdman, thank you for being a member for 29 months in a row. He said, keep talking to these niggas. What up, Birdman? How you been? Howard, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that, Howard. Aquila, thank you for the super chat. You said we have to be ourselves. Absolutely. I agree. Have to. It's a must. It's a must now. And shout out to her. Shout out to her, man. That's a beautiful thing to see. That is a beautiful thing to see. I'm glad that that's happening. And see, man, listen. The more that I'm telling y'all, please finish step one. Come on, let's hurry up and finish step one. Step one, knowing who you are, claiming who you are. All right? No matter who it piss off, hurry up so we can get to step two. Please do it while we all here right now. Let's do it in this generation right here. Make our ancestors proud, man. They waiting on us. But that was absolute fire. I appreciate that. I appreciate that one right there. All right, so let me move to, hold on, let me go to this one right here. Let me see.
Joint is Mike Blackman.
Okay, thank you.
You got me?
Yes.
All right, hello, good evening, everybody. If everybody, including the commissioners, could do me a favor, if you, your parents, and or your grandparents immigrated from somewhere, please raise your hand.
Wow.
Anyone on the commission, ma'am, raise your hand, please. Immigrated, came from somewhere else. No, ma'am, don't project that onto me. Pardon me, quiet, please. You're taking up my time. Pardon me. So, ma'am, raise your hand, please. All right, so we have one lady
Somebody
that's
in the back said there's nothing wrong with being an immigrant.
part of the commission that for some reason is ashamed of her heritage. And that's, ma'am, reparations isn't a remedy for racism. Reparations is a debt that's owed from slavery. Reparations is more than a check. But the very first thing it is a check. And that goes to the living descendant survivors of slavery here in what we now call the United States of America. I need you commissioners to have the same energy for us, for our lineage, that you have for these illegals that come over here with $0 in their pocket, no shoes on their feet, and then within 24 hours, they got Jordans, the newest cell phone with the watch to match. So I need you to have the same energy for us, because you don't have them doing a million studies and commissions all over the city and state. You don't have studies and commission all over the city and state when it's time to give millions, billions, and trillions to Israel. Netanyahu, he's setting up drones. My man right here, he got a drone, but Netanyahu, he has guns and bombs on the drones, and they're killing people out there. Y'all don't have studies and commissions when it comes to send money to Netanyahu. Y'all don't have studies and commissions when it comes to send money to Ukraine and all this other stuff. So stop playing with our money, get us our money. And if the language isn't right, everyone get one of these papers. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to fill out the QR codes, and it'll help.
Hold on, bro. Whoever had their notifications on, bro? If you're recording something, cut your notifications on, bro.
Disaggregate the information and the language and get everything right. And Kathy Hochul, I know you're listening. If you don't give me my money, I'm gonna land right there.
Thank you.
I like that. I like that. Absolutely. That. Hey, shout out to this brother. I believe he said his name in the beginning. Hold on. Let me see. Let me play that one more time. Hold up.
The joint is Mike Blackman.
Okay, thank you.
You got me?
Okay, Mike Blackman. Shout out to Mike Blackman. Hey, man, absolute fire. You was cooking, brother. Cook these niggas. Hey. But see, the thing is that they still not gonna budge. And you out there in New York, too, brother. They not gonna budge. And I heard you call out the governor of New York, too. That's still good to call him out. It's good to stand up. It's good to pop up at these, little hearings, the little assembly hearings, it's still good to speak up. There's nothing wrong with that, but they not gonna budge because the government has to accept their wrongdoing. Okay, that's in order for that to happen. They gotta accept their wrongdoing. The reason why they moving so fast with these other countries that you mentioned, like Israel and what you say in Ukraine, is because they have invested interest in these countries, right? Only a foreign government is going to take care of its foreign people in a foreign landmass. It's been that way historically. So this local government that you popped up at to have that little hearing, and I see that it says New York State Community Commission on Reparations Remedies, they not listening to you. It's going in one ear and out the other. Like you said, it's going to go from study, prolong, gaslight, project. They doing this over and over and over since 1989, brother. There's nothing wrong. I'm not telling you to stop trying, but I'm telling you, let's do it real. We need to start suing that ass now. Stop being nice. Start hitting these fools with class action lawsuits. If you are an attorney or a lawyer out there right now, we do have attorneys and lawyers already, but if you want to get on our team and you're about that action and you are not afraid to stand up against this government, join the 13% community server. It's free. Moderators and admins, please do me a favor and drop that link inside of the chat. If you know of an attorney or a lawyer that would love to get down with us, okay? So, I mean, not get down, love to get up with us. Let me say it correctly. Let me say the positive affirmation here. If you are an attorney or a lawyer, or if you know of an attorney or a lawyer that is not afraid to stand up against this government and want to hand out some lawsuits left and right and want to get some checks yourself, you want to stand up with us, get aside of the community server and hit my DMs ASAP. ASAP. If you don't want to join that community server, and if you are an attorney or a lawyer and you want to do that ASAP, hit up contact@DaneMakeYouThink.com. That's contact@DaneMakeYouThink.com. Only if you are a lawyer and an attorney and you are not afraid of this government, use that email. All right. I'm gonna move on.
White America loves telling Black America that we're the ones using food stamps. Excuse me, I'm in Oregon. Oregon is fantastically white. And let me tell you how poor Oregon is. I'm in a town called Roseburg, right? These people poor as shit. I literally have to lower the prices of my products.
Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Let me just double check with chat real quick. Matter of fact, not only that, let me set up a poll real quick. I'm about to ask y'all a question. Look at the question. We're gonna do a poll real quick. Watch this. I'm setting it up now. It's about to pop up. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Hold up. All right. Boom. All right, here go the poll popping up. Are there more immigrants on Snap than Niji? Go ahead and vote right now. I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds real quick. Are there more immigrants on Snap than Niji? Yes or no? Here we go.
Yeah, DNA, let that shit bang.
Go ahead and answer. You gotta click the poll. It's right there in the chat. Man, listen. We talked about this before. We gonna briefly, jump on it real quick. Let me just make sure. It's 2 something in the morning. We got 1,300 in here. Come on. All right, right, I'm about to. Y'all sneaking. Y'all so late. Y'all sneaking in them votes super late now. I'm about to look. Okay, all right, I'll give y'all another 30 seconds. Y'all voting. I'll give y'all another 30 seconds. Another 30. Go ahead. Why y'all so late hitting the poll? Come on now. This should be easy. This is easy. I know some of y'all like, dang, why you asking me that question? You know. I know. I'm just making sure. I'm checking on chat real quick. I see more numbers. I see more people voting. Hold up. I'm about to close it right here. This is the last one right here. That was a whole minute. I'm closing it up. Time up. I'm closing it up. Ending the poll. 90. Okay, it says 96% said yes. 4% said no. Are y'all trolling? The 4% that said no. Are y'all trolling? Because listen, it is way more immigrants on those SNAP benefits, on those. Look, to the point where we went over, I need y'all to go back on the was it the last live stream? No, the live stream before last. And I need y'all to hear the people that I brought up on a panel where we were talking about those SNAP benefits. Y'all need to go back and listen to that. When I opened up the panel, not the last live stream, I did open up the panel then, but the live stream before that, I believe did I have Donald Trump on the thumbnail? No. You know what it was? I had that AI stuff in the beginning. I messed up. I should have put Trump in the beginning and then put the AI stuff. I may even fix it up. It may even be a picture of Donald Trump now that y'all can see that. But and now that I told y'all that, I may fix that up so y'all can know what's going on. Y'all probably missed it, thinking I was just talking about AI only. But no, it's way more foreigners on welfare. Let's just summarize it. It's way more foreigners on welfare than you think. A lot of y'all being underpaid also, that think that you're receiving some benefits from the government that's supposed to be taking care of you or taking care of you and your family members. The foreigners receive thousands of dollars per month from the government. Cash, not just food stamps. Cash. I'm gonna say it again. Cash, not just food stamps. No, don't get it twisted. It's been like that for years. It's been like that ever since the 1960s. That's when it started. That has not changed ever since. Remember when I said, what did Farrakhan say? I played that video. He said, was it Farrakhan or Malcolm X? No, it was Farrakhan. When I was playing the video, what Farrakhan was saying that we got to do for ourselves. We got to. Malcolm X said the same thing. Actually, we got to do for ourselves. Shoot, Martin Luther King said the same thing. We got to do for ourselves. Dane Calloway said the same thing. We got to do for ourselves. We have to. We got to stop depending on them. They're not trying to do anything for us for real. We need to set up our own, top to bottom, our own infrastructure. Shout out to Claude Anderson. Hey, if y'all know Claude Anderson, man, tell him that I'm trying to get him up on my panel, man. I want Claude Anderson up here. I want the elder to talk. I'm gonna ask some great questions. I know he's gonna give me some great answers. I need Claude Anderson up here because he up there in age now. And I called him elder, yeah, because he earned my respect. And he showed me love. Shout out to him too. And he showed me love. Shout out to Q, by the way. Shout out to Ace Q, what up? But you know, he need to be up on my panel. We need to have a discussion about that right there. Yeah, Powernomics. Y'all know what time it is. That infrastructure is critical. Critical. Yeah, Dane and Claude collab will be fire. Absolutely. Yeah, man. What? Absolutely. Ask Cube. That's the reason why he put us together for his plan. Cube know what he was doing. When he came up with that plan for Black America, he hit 2 people up. Shout out to Cube. Show love too. Show love. But yeah, man. You know. Damn, that made me forget. I forgot what I was saying because that was so powerful. Cube said, "Let me check his temperature." I was laughing like shit. But yeah. Anyway, some behind the scenes stuff. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, don't be surprised. Yes, absolutely. These foreigners are benefiting way more than our people when it comes to welfare. Way more. And I mean that. They are getting millions of dollars technically, because remember when they told you that they are spending $8 to $10 billion a month on SNAP benefits alone. And you know, our people are not even receiving a percentage, a nice percentage of that. Not at all. Not 1/3. None of that. We not, man, that gotta change, y'all. That gotta change. And meanwhile, I just showed you Mother Fletcher was complaining to the government out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, not to use her as an example, but I'm using her as an example because I know she's not the only elder that was going through that. Remember when she explained that she didn't even have a house? She didn't even have a place to call home? And she lived all the way up until she was 111. She was still surviving, bruh. But that's not fair for our people. And to go back to what she was experiencing, when she said she was 6 or 7 years old, when she saw all that bombing and all of that happening out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Greenwood District, the one that they want to mislabel Little Africa, they misclassified it as Little Africa because they refer to Africa as a third world country. They was referring to the Greenwood District as a third world country. And do you know, we had mansions after mansions out there. It wasn't nothing third world about that area here. They wanted everything that we had. And they dropped bombs all over it. That was the previous live stream. I ain't gonna go too far, but I'm just saying, if y'all didn't see that one, go back and watch that one too. That was a very good one. And I actually opened up the panel as well. Great conversations. Very good conversation. Shout out to Kobe. Kobe took that to the... Kobe, what up? Kobe closed that one out perfectly. But yeah, team No Weak Bodies, thank you for the super chat again. Thank you for the double up. You said conflicts and marriages, foreigners taught their God. 2018, Cuba's at the table for the contract for Americans who have been here. I followed it. Yeah, Cuba's all over that. Absolutely, Cuba's all over that. All right, hold on. Let me, wait a minute. Make sure I'm not, okay, yeah, I did that one. Hold up, I'm about to play another one. Now, since we on this line, I'm not trying to go too far to the, I'm not trying to go to the politics tonight, but I am going to touch on something. This guy, I seen this guy before. His name is Brandon Tatum, and he talking about, and listen to this fool, y'all. Listen to this fool. Hold on. Let me play that. Let me make sure. Hold on. I wanted to play this myself. Wait a minute. It's 2 of them. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me play this.
The reality is that Israel is one of our greatest allies. And for...
Stop. How much they paying you, Brandon? How much they paying you? One more time.
The reality is that Israel is one of our greatest allies.
Stop. Now keep in mind, this is the same person. Brandon Tatum was doing some work with Turning Point USA. So I believe, I'm not sure if he's still signed to Turning Point USA. Turning Point USA was the nonprofit organization that was held by Charlie Kirk. Okay, now it's, being ran by his wife. Now it's being ran by his wife. Well, I'm gonna let Candace handle that one. But anyway, I'm gonna keep playing.
And for people to think otherwise, you fall in one or two categories. You're either ignorant or you simply hate Jews.
That's cap.
Quit lying to yourself.
That's cap. Seriously? You got up on the stage. Oh, wait a minute. Look at it. Republican Jewish Coalition. That makes sense.
Quit trying to cover. You just hate Jews. Just say it.
Listen. Wait. Why are you at their convention saying this, right? Because you got paid to say this, right? You're not doing this for free. They probably paid your ass $30,000, $40,000 just to speak. You at a place where they are. You're there speaking to them. They're not gonna hate on their own, right? Of course not. The cameras are rolling. They told you to do this, Brandon. But nah, you got your $1,700 chain on. Trench coat. Now you getting paid. I'm pretty sure you probably got one ring on. Brandon. You messing up, man. Man, you couldn't pay me enough to be a traitor. You can't. I would not be nobody. I don't want nobody's hand up my tail. I don't swing that way. Ain't nobody puppeteering me. No, thank you.
Hear I'm just asking questions no more. You're not just asking questions. Asking questions mean you do your research first before you put something out into the atmosphere.
What are we researching? Brandon, what are we now? That's another one. If y'all know Brandon Tatum, tell him come up. Pull up on camera. I'll pay him. I'm not paying him no $30,000. He ain't worth it. But I'll pay him some money. He could come up on my panel, and we could debate about this topic right here. Right here. The fact that we gotta do our research, Brandon. No problem. I did my research. I'm ready. I can easily pull that up. Easily. Charlie Kirk was known for rapid firing a lot of misinformation mixed in with some facts to make it sound like he knew what he was talking about. And he built a reputation over that. And the most of the people that he was beating up on were vulnerable college students. Anytime he went up against somebody that knew what they were talking about, he lost that debate. I got the proof. So Brandon, I dare you. Come holler at Dane Calloway.
It's not asking questions to make...
We going ham. I'm not playing. We going ham. 2026.
Accusations. If you somehow think the Jews run the world, you are a fool.
Seriously? One more time. What? One more time.
I think the Jews run the world. You somehow think the Jews run the world. You somehow think the Jews run the world. You are a fool.
Yep. Uh-huh. Meanwhile, he just laughing all the way to the bank, ain't he? Mm-hmm. I got some fire. I got some fire for you, Brandon. Come get this work. I got it on standby.
I like it. It's how I got that nickname they told you, the Hebrew Hammer. But I'm here for the kids down here because it's easy to talk about anti-Semitism on the left. I want to talk about the dark force rising on our side. Multiple speakers have talked about the rise of anti-Semitism on the right. But it is not enough to speak in platitudes or generalities about the fight. We must call evil by its name. 5 years ago, if I was talking to my father, who's watching, hi Dad, if I was talking to my father at 8:59 p.m. at night, he would say, Randy, I gotta go. Tucker Carlson's gonna be on. But make no mistake, today Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America.
Oh, come on. Let's move on.
Like,
I'm not working on one.
You're not working on.
I'm not
nothing.
working on a phone.
Okay. Have you ever considered it? Has it ever popped into your head? Because you might be the only person that could get people off of the Apple platform.
Well, I can tell you where I think things are going to go, which is that
Elon just did a contract with Samsung. Elon just did a contract with Samsung, if y'all don't know. Now, I'm not sure. As a matter of fact, I doubt very seriously that he's going to come out with his own cell phone. I think it has something to do with Starlink. He's going to do something with Starlink. I just don't know what it is. But Samsung is at play now. I'm looking at that closely. That's a little iffy to me. But I'm looking at that closely. I'm not exactly sure why. But I know he did go to Apple. But he definitely went to Samsung. And Samsung got him with open arms. Maybe he didn't want Apple because of how bad that. Should I start that war? Nah, I'm gonna leave y'all. Let me leave that already been chewed Apple alone. Let me
we're
just.
not going to have a phone, or in the traditional sense, what we call a phone will really be an edge node for AI inference, for AI video inference. With some radios to obviously connect to, but essentially you'll have AI on the server side communicating to an AI on your device, formerly known as a phone, and generating real-time video of any.
He said formerly known as a phone. So he's gonna have AI tethering to another AI that's gonna be communicating with you. Keep in mind, this is the same guy that's about to be having human-like robots that's going to be inside of your house for the low cost of $30,000. There's a movie out there, I forgot the name of it. Y'all go remind me, but y'all need to watch that movie that I'm referring to. Megan Fox as the lead actress in that movie, as she's playing a robot. What is the name of that movie? Y'all gotta see that though. If y'all haven't seen this movie that I'm referring to, you gotta see it. Now, it wasn't Transformers. Not iRobot. Megan Fox. And I'm not trying to give none of the movie away, because if I do, no, I want y'all to go see it. No, not Megan, not the movie Megan. Subservient. It's Subservient. That's it. Go watch that. Please watch that, because that's what's coming, and it's already in the works. In fact, they even have AI planes that Elon getting ready to put out. That's the next big thing that he about to announce, is them planes, man. And already he got remember I showed you that he has the exact same mechanisms inside of his Teslas. To go back to that briefly, your steering wheel is not mechanically connected to the wheels on your Tesla. And that's the same technology that they use in planes today. That's dangerous. In other words, if your system shuts down inside of your Tesla, you no longer can control that Tesla. They already had autonomous technology, but they went a little further. And then they slapped the word smart on it, right? And then I told you that the original definition of the word smart means harmful. And they saying that they advanced their technology. Why? Why do we need to continue to go up and up and up with this technology? For what? We got to be on the cutting edge. And you know Trump all for that. On top of that, we got to stay ahead of China. Because we gotta no, bruh. No, we don't. For what? To do what? What do we gotta do? Why? Oh, bring out more technology so more people could complain about how slow it's going. Just for you to bring out more technology and rinse and repeat. If we wanted to have cars flying, they could be doing that right now. But no, it's about having control, people. What is this all about, Dane? What is your point? It's about having more control over you. Okay? And what they're selling to you is that it's a convenience for you to be lazy and allow these AI algorithms, programs, robots to take over the things that you should be doing as a human. They want to make you lazy and replace you. Now, keep in mind, jobs right now. Yeah, and it's subservient. Okay, look, in that movie, matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, because in that movie, do you know that Megan Fox, she was playing the robot, do you know that she was doing all of the chores? Everything. I mean, not just cleaning up the house, going to go get the groceries, all of that. And you would think that that is a convenience. And in a way it is, right? You would need that type of help, right? Because something happened inside of that movie that basically the wife of the family wasn't there. I'm not trying to go too far, but the wife of the family wasn't there, right? So she was supposed to be replacing the wife as far as her duties are concerned. Y'all gotta see that. Y'all gotta see that, because that's what they're gonna try to sell to you. And you gotta be careful with that. And they gonna make them look good. Look, they're gonna make it appealing, because you know what could do you know who whenever you ready. They got that too. You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. I ain't trying to go into rated R. Now you read it between the lines. They could do that too. As a matter of fact, I'll drop a hint on you. That was in the movie. That was in the movie. Yep. Why you think they don't want the matriarch in the forefront? Because they want to make it for you. They just wanted to be all metal. More control over you, more control over that mindset, making you lazy.
Anything that you could possibly want. And I think that there won't be operating systems, there won't be apps in the future. There won't be operating systems or apps. It'll just be, you've got a device that is there for the screen and audio, and for and to put as much AI on the device as possible, so as to minimize the amount of bandwidth that's needed between your edge node device, or formerly known as a phone, and the servers.
So if there's no apps, what will people use? Like, will X still exist? Will they be email platforms, or will you get everything through AI?
You'll get everything through AI.
Everything through AI. What will be the benefit of that, as opposed to having individual apps?
Whatever you can think of, or really whatever the AI can anticipate you might want, it'll show you. That's my prediction for where.
That was a better way, a dolled up way to say more control over you. That's a good one. That's a good one, Sen. I would love to have Sophia Stewart up here too. I think we would have a beautiful conversation. Oh yeah. What? The creator of the Matrix? Terminator? Oh yeah, I know what they did to her. I followed her story years ago. That would be real good. Go ahead, call her, let her know Sophia Stewart, what's up? And she knows she indigenous to this land. She done said it multiple times already. Talk to me. I would love to have that conversation. That's another one that's getting up there that's about to become the elder. You know, had that elder title, earn that elder title. I would love to have that conversation. Come on. Set it up. Let her know. Contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Notice how I'm not even spitting out my Cash App, my PayPal. Listen, I'm not spitting out my Cash App, my PayPal, my phone number. I'm not doing none of that. Deep game. But you know who is, right?
I will not be debating Dane Calloway.
Am I lying? Y'all would get mad at me. Cash App. Dane Calloway right now. Cash App. Dane Calloway right now. You gotta say it 3 times. Cash App. Dane Calloway right now. Y'all would be pissed. What? I would not hear the last of that. Y'all would be in my, he just like all the rest of them grifters. Y'all be unsubscribing and everything. I don't care if you broke, if you got $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, it doesn't matter. You gotta Cash App Dane Calloway to help black people. We gotta build up this school. You better stop playing with me.
Stop it. Get some help.
That ain't me. And if you're a pan goofy and you got mad because I was talking about your prince of pan goofyianism,
We do not care.
all right.
What kind of time frame are we talking about here?
I don't know. It's probably 5 or 6 years, something like that.
5 or 6 years.
So 5 or 6 years, apps are like Blockbuster Video.
Pretty much.
And everything's run through AI.
Yeah, and there'll be most of what people consume in 5 or 6 years, maybe sooner than that.
Maybe sooner than that, huh?
Just AI generated content. So
See, most of that's what they banking off of. Most of the content that the people will consume will be AI generated content, bruh. And that's exactly what's happening. And people just, oh man, they falling for it, bruh. Right now, it's a little difficult for you to, separate the real from the fake. He's saying that it may be sooner, but they saying 5 or 6 years, they want it to be all AI generated content. Again, making people lazy. Meanwhile, I be staying up 48 to 72 hours just to get one documentary done. I'm talking about writing, producing, editing. And before all of that, don't forget, I got to research the topic. So all they gonna do is pull that information from the algorithms that's already out there since 1980 and spit it back to you in multiple different ways. They keep people controlled. Making you less than. We gotta change this. We ain't gotta go with what they want. We just gotta create our own. And look, and we could do it in less than 5 or 6 years. And I believe we are. I got faith in people. I got faith in our people. I hope. Because I know they moving quick as hell with this technology. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there's many of our people that are waking up now. It's moving quick. Again, I thought it was gonna be years later by the time I seen something like this. So it's moving quick. I just wish it was a lot faster. I'm being honest. Please. I wish it was a lot faster. Please go faster.
Music, videos. There's already, there's people have made AI videos using Grok Imagine and with using, other apps as well, that are several minutes long, or like 10, 15 minutes, and it's pretty coherent.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, but it's not only inconsistent, it's inaccurate. All those AI algorithms are inaccurate. And they admit to you that they make mistakes more often than little. All of them make mistakes. It's okay, they learning, right? I'm trying to tell you. Then all of a sudden, them mistakes go turn into real information. They switch it every 10 Years. And ever since they got better with this technology and allowing people to create their own content using AI, man, it's making things worse. I hope people are paying attention. I hope they are. All right. Let me move on.
Now, when you say Native American, there's some
Oh,
white
this is
person with
low.
a feather in his hair.
Hold on. This is low. Wait a minute. Let me turn it up.
Now, when you say Native American, there's some white person with a feather in his hair. So how in within blue eyes? So how in 1 year, how in 100 years you can become to be a white person with a feather in the hair, and the average Native American was your color? And all you got to do is just look at all the pictures from the turn of the century. We're talking about the 1900s.
What about my hair? What about the hair texture?
Well, see, all of that. See, there's a whole concept here, too, is they want to say that they came by way of Asia and the whole Bering Straits thing. That is to omit the Olmecs.
That's right. I've heard that.
Where did the Olmecs go? What is the Olmec culture? What is the base stock of humans in this hemisphere? It was Olmec. You see what I'm saying? It was Olmec. So most definitely.
So a lot of us didn't come from Africa.
No. We have a variation of history.
Somebody in the audience, wait, no, they in the street. They was asking, so a lot of us didn't come from Africa. I believe this brother's last name is Hemet. But I saw a couple of things from him before. Bobby Hemet. I saw a couple of things from him before. So I don't know if somebody was lying or not, y'all. A lot of people was telling me that he's no longer with us. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Is that true? Is he still with us? Somebody could have just been hating on him saying that stuff. I'm not sure if that's real or not. Is that real? Is he still with us? Nah, he's still alive? Okay. Wait. Oh, he just laying low. Okay. I think he has suffered a stroke. Oh, he passed on. Wait, hold on, y'all. Whoa. He's alive. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, when I heard, okay, let me explain. When I heard that, they mentioned he died over 10 years ago. No. Hold up, y'all. Okay. I heard he passed away. I just heard that he passed away recently, though. This happened, I want to say it happened either last year or earlier this year. No, you heard that he passed, okay, and a lot of people saying that he's alive. Mandela effect, I know, right? He passed away a long time ago. Yeah, because here's another thing. Every time I see his videos, they always look like this. They always look like it's like early 2000s. Something like that. I haven't seen anything recently from him. So I don't know, a lot of y'all saying that he laid low. Somebody said that he suffered from a stroke. I don't know. I don't know the brother. I never met him. But I did see that he did, have videos like this. People was, showing me his videos and I was like, oh, okay, who was this? They said it's Bobby Hemet. I don't know what he's about. I don't know if he's a teacher, professor, a historian, researcher. I don't know. I don't know if he has books out, a website. I don't know. But if he's still with us and it's, if he's able-bodied, reach out to him and let him know. I would love to have him on a panel, and if he's not with us, no disrespect. I'm just I'm unaware of the situation. I don't know. From what I was told, I believe he was formerly Pan-African. I'm not sure. Again, don't quote me on that. Oh, he was into the metaphysics? Okay, somebody said Bobby Hemet passed away on December 29th, 1998 at the age of 59. His death was attributed to complications from diabetes, heart disease, which, exacerbated by his struggles with addiction. Oh, man. Okay. All right. That's a, wait. Somebody saying that's a lie. A lot of people saying that's a lie. Okay. All right. Well, again, I just state my statement. If he's passed, I stated my statement, you know, that if he's here, great. You know what I mean? I would like to have a conversation with him. Now, there are some content creators that I'm aware of that are in the metaphysics field. Somebody said Bobby Hemmett had a stroke in 2013. And I'm going to have them, we're going to be doing some videos together. I'm already trying to, you know, get that stuff done. We're all going to do that. Because I want to touch on certain things that's going to align with certain things dealing with history, as far as our history is concerned. I'm not trying to state any names, even if y'all put it aside of the chat. I'm not trying to verify anything right now, but it is in the works. I can tell you that right now. VHS air. He not doing appearances anymore, maybe because he's impaired due to the stroke. But yes, he's still alive. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, again, you can still contact him. Okay. Well, I mean, if he's, you know, if he's not in condition, you know what I mean? But that would be nice if y'all could reach out to him. If y'all know him, somebody know him out there. If y'all can, and let me know, or let my team know rather, contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Contact at DaneMakeYouThink.com. Again, if he's gone, no disrespect, I don't know, because there's conflicting information surrounding him. Apparently he must got apparently people don't like him. I don't know. I don't know why people would say that he's gone and he not. I don't know why people say that, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I'm Dane Calloway. I'm not tied to any folk out there. You know what I mean? I'm not in that little, you know, people insert me inside of the conscious community stuff, but I didn't insert myself inside of the conscious community. You know, people did that, but he was a part of it, you know? So again, I don't know. Yeah, no, I know Dr. Blair is gone. I know that for a fact. I know that. I did my research on him. I know he gone. I know that for a fact. He just stopped teaching, that's all. Okay. All right, so, okay. I don't know. Let me move off from that. Let me turn it back. But shout out to brother Bobby Hemmett anyway. You know what I mean? Shout out to this brother.
Now, when you say Native American, it's some white person with a feather in his hair. So how in within blue eyes? So how in 1 year, how in 100 years you can become to be a white person with a feather in the hair, and the average Native American was your color? And all you got to do is just look at all the pictures from the turn of the century. We're talking about the 1900s.
What about my hair? What about the hair texture?
Well, see, all of that. See, there's a whole concept here, too, is they want to say that they came by way of Asia and the whole Bering Straits thing. That is to omit the Olmecs.
That's right. I've heard that.
Where did the Olmecs go? What is the Olmec culture? What is the base stock of humans in this hemisphere? It was Olmec. You see what I'm saying? It was Olmec. So most definitely.
So a lot of us didn't come from Africa.
No. We have a variation of history. Some of us did, but no. To lump all of us in as African American in the particular aspect of to say African American is a falsehood. In the particular aspect of two things. Number one, all Africans who came here were not just West Africa.
That's right.
That's another trick.
That's right. So you saying we was here before the white man
yes.
got here?
Yes, definitely. Well, how would you constitute? How would you constitute the Olmecs? How would you know? Right. And
now here's another thing. I get called Olmec a lot. Everybody said I've been getting called that ever since I stepped onto the scene in 2015. People been saying like I'm reincarnated Olmec. You know, I used to mess with them a lot, be like, aha, you know. But then again, people started comparing my pictures with the Olmec head statues, and it was undeniable. I gotta admit it my damn self. So, all right, okay.
Blackfoot. You see what I'm saying? So no, that's another history. That's another history that we were here, and the whole concept of not only us. So that whole African American thing is to omit, you see, the indigenous black man of this particular land too. What's that?
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. That's your head, Dane. I'm talking about it never, as soon as I stepped up to the scene, that's what everybody was saying. Man, they ain't got that OMAC head. They ain't got that OMAC head. But yeah, I got OMAC features for sure. The nose, the lips, you know, the lip structure. I do got it. I see it, you know, especially when people did it and they compared me, like they put my pictures side by side. And I had one arm was just super accurate and I kept it, but I don't have that available right now. And it's gonna take me probably forever to try to find that. But yeah, but shout out to brother Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to him. I appreciate that. Hold on, let me give him a round of applause. Absolutely. All right, let me move on. Let me play this one right here. Wait, I seen this before. Hold on, let me see.
That if people hear a lie long enough, people believe it. The people have lied on me. I'm a black American and I'm proud of it. And I'm honored of it. The bleach skin rumor, which is a rumor, I don't bleach my skin. They once said I wanted a white kid to play me as a child, which was a rumor.
Wow. 1996. Yeah, because they were also trying to say, now I did see a couple of people online that were impersonating Michael Jackson. They were trying to say that Michael Jackson wasn't indigenous to this land. And whole time Michael Jackson had already came out and said his tribal affiliation, and it's, you know, it's crazy because they're trying to flip the story now just because he had the skin pigmentation issue. And they were trying to say that he bleached his skin, or actually he was losing his pigmentation over the years. I think, to be honest with you, I believe Michael Jackson started having complications with his skin pigmentation when, y'all remember that time when he shot that commercial for Pepsi and the sparks, like something, I'm trying to remember what happened. It was a sign that was above him and it either caught fire or something happened. And the sparks from that particular fire landed on his, after the Pepsi commercial, y'all remember? And ever since then is when he started really having trouble with this. Right, and it's, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he caught fire, exactly. That's when I believe is when he started having trouble with his skin. Me personally, you know, I can't confirm that or anything like that. But that's when I believe he started, but prior to that, of course, he was as dark as you and I. Actually, he was darker than me. So, yeah, but Joe Jack don't play that. You know, shout out to his father. Joe Jack don't play that. Neither did his mother, but you know, Joe ain't played them games. Joe would straighten your ass out real quick. All right. You from the same area as Mike Jack? I had that issue, but I haven't, but not as bad. Really? Wow. I wonder if that was in the air. I wonder if that had something to do with what they were spraying in the air. And it was landing on you guys, you know, possibly, because you know they would been spraying chaff ever since then. See that? Then I noticed I said 1996, but when they were younger, 1980s, they probably got hit right there. They were doing a lot of experiments on people. And y'all probably, you know, what is it, Gary, Indiana, right? If I'm not mistaken. They were probably, unfortunately, conducting an experiment on you guys down there. They've been doing it a lot. They do it a lot. I mean, yeah, Gary, Indiana, right? Yep. And take a look at, man, not to bring this back up, but Flint, Michigan. Is Flint, Michigan's water clean now? Like, look at how long they've been poisoning our people down there. Like, we ain't hear, like, think about that, y'all. Have we heard anything else about that water in Flint, Michigan? Ever since it was brought up that one year, I can't remember which year it was. But it's been a while. It's been some years. And remember, it was their governor. No, their governor. Yeah, it was their governor that was refusing to do anything for them. But he was the one that rerouted the clean water routes. And he was the one that was also telling people that was trying to bring clean water to the folks at Flint, turned them around or they go get arrested. Made it, I'm just saying. And that guy was not held responsible. I'm not sure what his name is. It's been a while. Yeah, 2012. It's been a while. I can't remember that governor's name, but yeah, you from Michigan, Flint's water is still messed up. Wow. No, they never fixed. Hold on, you said they never fixed the water in Flint and still wanted them to pay the water and still wanting them to pay the water bill. Wow. You from Pontiac, Michigan, and they still haven't solved the problem. Wow, man. Michigan. No, Flint, Michigan still had bad water. That's poison, y'all. That's poison. Memphis is being sued as we speak. Why Memphis being sued? What happened? Talk to me about it. Meanwhile, Detroit seems to be repairing, is what you said. Okay, the governor's name is Snyder. Governor Snyder. Is that his name? That's what you saying, Mike? You from Detroit? Okay, all right, bet. My name is Dane. I know your autocorrect ain't. Delete that. Delete that. Do that again. Do that again. You need to be getting on your autocorrect. That's horrible right there. That gotta get fixed. Detroit is getting fixed up real good. I'm from there, so Detroit is getting fixed up. Okay. Snyder was the one who did it. Whitmore is who is governor over Michigan now. Okay, Rick Snyder was his name. Okay. Shout out to Flint. Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Man, I really wish I was able to do something. You know what I mean? That's that part right there where the governor was turning people around. That part really pissed me off. It's getting gentrified there. Michigan. Somebody said Michigan go blue. It's never about the people. It's always about the money. Yeah, absolutely. It was about the money. But at that time, of course it was about the people. They're trying to get rid of people off that land. That's a land grab. When you see something like that, that's a land grab. That is a land grab. Anytime they trying to, and it's always being done to our people. It's always being done to our people. Consistently, they would do that. That's unfortunate. And shout out to Indiana too. Shout out to Mike Jack. Absolutely. Matter of fact, let me do this for Mike Jack too.
It's up.
Absolutely. Muddy Waters, yep. Y'all going through gentrification in Detroit, yeah. A lot of people are going through gentrification right now. Detroit is definitely getting gentrified, especially downtown. They're doing it here in Pontiac because Oakland County runs through Pontiac, which is one of the richest counties in the nation. President Mr. Peanut didn't drink the water. Yeah, remember he tried to lie and say he drank that water? I tasted that water. And then he sat up there and act like he took a sip. That was on camera. Lie like shit. You ain't sip that water. I'll sip the water right now. You lying, man. I can't stand him, bruh. And still, people love him. We love Obama. We love that gay ass nigga, man. Like, nah, bruh. DDG need to speak on Pontiac. But see, DDG a little younger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure he'll know the situation. But DDG like 20, he in his 20s. He should, though. He should say something about, about Michigan. But he not the only one, He not the only rapper from Detroit, or Michigan, rather. He not the only rapper from Michigan. It would have been nice if Eminem would have said something. He the biggest one. From Detroit. I mean, I'm just saying. But no. He exploited our... Okay, don't get me started. When I stopped liking Obama and went down the rabbit hole and found out about Mike. Yeah. And still to this day, people will fight you tooth and nail about Obama. And then call him black. On top of that. Like they was trying to tell us that Kamala Harris was black. Man, see, Grizzly could use the publicity. Y'all gotta talk to y'all folk. Man, but Eminem the one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eminem was one of the, I mean, he got the biggest platform from Detroit. He got the biggest one. He should have been said something. Absolutely. Absolutely, Shabazz. I wonder if that's your real name. Shout out to the Shabazz. Your real last name, rather. He ain't gonna say nothing, Dane. And M ain't from there? Oh, he ain't from there? He hung with people who gave him passes? Yeah, I heard they were saying that about, what's the brother's name that passed away? That was his real close friend. I forgot his name, and I don't want to be disrespectful. The one that was always with him. He was like his hype man on top of that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Proof. Yeah, that's right. His name is Proof. Yep. I appreciate that, y'all. But he was the one from there, you know what I mean? That I know of. Proof was the one that was from there. Nah, Emma's from St. Joseph, Missouri. Somebody said Emma's from Warren, Michigan, 8 Mile. Oh, he was a D12 member? I mean, I'm sure he made Proof a member, though. I'm not sure if Proof was rapping or not. I'm not sure. He could have been, though. He could have been. He could have been influenced for sure. All out of the water, South Jersey, Michigan is terrible. Eminem hasn't mentioned Flint. He from Detroit. He rode with Proof before Royce the 5'9". Yeah, that's another one. Royce the 5'9". Proof had bars. Okay. I mean, hanging around Eminem, that probably rubbed off on him. Or it probably could have rubbed off on Eminem. I don't know. You know what I mean? Coming for Proof. Another vulture. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that about Eminem. A lot of people. And still to this very day, it's some people out there that look like you and I that would say Eminem is the best rapper alive. Now, don't get me wrong. Eminem ate up Jay-Z on that song, Renegade, tore him to pieces on that song. But, and he got bars, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't call him the best rapper alive. You know what I mean? In my opinion. I just wouldn't. But MJ Artifacts and Hard Rock Casino, wow. Proof had his own album and was on the first D12 album. Oh, I never knew that. I never knew Proof came out with an album. Royce ain't even from Detroit. All right, look, man, hey, y'all don't play. I'm talking about Michigan is in the chat. Detroit Lion. Somebody said Detroit Lion players need to speak up. That will be nice. I mean, they making cash money. Will be nice. Big L better than, yeah, Big L was vicious. Shout out to Big L. May he rest in peace. Big L was nasty. You know, the guy that, nah, man, it's that we about to change the topic now. But, so the matter of fact, okay, on a positive note, y'all, on a positive note, I'm gonna close it out. And I'm gonna close it out. Yeah, nah, Big L was that guy. Shout out to Harlem. Big L was that guy. They was hating on Big L. Big L was not playing with him. But in my opinion, you know what I mean? In my opinion, Big L was nasty. But yeah, I'm gonna close out on a positive note, man. I appreciate y'all for, you know, sticking with me. I know it was late night. I'm gonna be chopping these up for the folk that probably missed it. I'm gonna be chopping these up. I'll probably put them out later on today. Since it's, you know, KRS-One is fire too. It's a lot of people that'll need you that'll fire, bro. It's not a game. But I'm gonna put the majority of the stuff out. If I feel as though it was a good one, you know, I'm gonna put them out. And let people get a chance to hear that. Like that goddess that was earlier today. Thank God y'all was being respectful in the chat and wasn't talking about her looks and was actually listening to the message. Thank y'all, brothers. Thank y'all for being brothers tonight. Okay, I appreciate that. You know, because you gonna have me looking like I'm simping. Is y'all talking about, oh, she pretty, blah, 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 and I gotta calm y'all down. The whole time when I chop that up, it's gonna look like I'm simping. Like, but I appreciate that. I love y'all. I'm messing with y'all. Y'all know I'm messing with y'all. I'm telling the truth, but I'm messing with y'all at the same time. If you haven't already, we got a community server where we do have these types of discussions. Somebody, look, Mike all late. Nelly is fine though. Now she was, you know what I'm saying? Shut up, Mike. Anyway, we do have these types of discussions and we do have fun inside of the 13% community server. Is free. You can join it. You're going to see that the moderators or the admins are going to pop it up inside of the chat. That is discord.gg/13%. Thank you. Thank you, Ericois. Thank you. I appreciate that, Firebird. Levante probably fell asleep. Where Levante at? Levante sleep. Blue probably sleep. I'm going to cuss them out. Later on, I'm gonna call both of them. What happened? Watch they. I'm in the chat right now. What you talking about? Nah, but shout out to the snipers, though. Shout out to the snipers. Shout out to the snipers. I appreciate that, y'all. I will see you all shortly. Probably, I should pop up on Sunday, but I know some of the fellas gonna be watching them football games on Sunday, so I might have to do it again Monday. If I get a chance to chop this stuff up later on and I post these videos, I'll probably see y'all again on Monday. You know what I mean? Oh, there go Blue. There go Blue. Where Levante at? Levante, you sleep? I know it's late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. And, so I apologize it was late. I know it was late, but y'all know that my schedule is crazy this year. That's all right, though. 1 more month. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be happy, too. Thank you for the time, Dane. Kiss the children. Absolutely. I appreciate that, Katrina. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's family love right there. Y'all take care. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Don't y'all start talking about football. I'm behind on that. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Ever since I seen a lot of my Redskins get injured, I stopped watching. I said, all right, next year. You know what I mean? All that stuff is, I'm not trying to say injuries are fake. Injuries are not fake, but all that stuff scripted anyway. I thought it was going to happen back to back. But they pulled. They was like, nah, y'all got a little too far last year. But you don't see no, I just see that. I just seen that, Levante. Levante. Levante, there's no way. You are a admin. As soon as you post, it's going to post up. Don't start to swear you ain't drift off. Swear you ain't drift off, Levante. Swear. Come on. I'm not, there's no way. See there? I'm not going, all right. Okay. He must have heard me, look, in his dream, answer me in his dream, and then woke up. You know what? Hold on. Let me act like he missed my, I swear to God, bro. I know that's what happened. But shout out to my brother Levante, man. A1 since day one. Y'all take care. I love y'all. Did finally catch you love this first time I'm here, finally caught you. I appreciate that. And shout out to those of y'all that, shout out to those of y'all that donated as well, those that I missed, and those that became members. Of course, I'm going to be shouting y'all again. As soon as I go live, I'm going to shout y'all again. I'm not playing. I'm trying not to miss everybody. You be killing the game, Dane. I appreciate that, Deuce. A3 ball, but with this, right? He probably did. He probably already ate, right? And then it kicked in. That's what happened. That food kicked in. And he fell right to sleep. So did. That's why I was getting on y'all earlier in the stream. I know that's what y'all was doing. Bears 9-3, let's go. But I heard they doing well, though, Levante. I heard they doing well. That's good for Caleb. Shout out to Caleb. You know he for the DMV. Shout out to Caleb. There go Naughty. There go, what up, Naughty? Yeah, man, y'all take care. I'm going to see y'all. But it's probably going to be Monday. I may even go live on Sunday. We'll see. But I'm going to try to hurry up and clip this up. And I'm going to post up some today for those that didn't get a chance to see it, because I know it's late. I've been streaming super late every time, man. It's going to get better, y'all. I'm telling y'all. We're going to fix this up. We're going to tighten all this up. Absolutely, Donna. I appreciate that. Donna. Thank you. Y'all take care. I love y'all. Wado. I'm just here to make you think.
Yeah, DNA.